Niner fam, good evening. I got to tell you right now, stock up on your shorts and your sandals and your swimming trunks. It's going to be a long, hot summer this year. The thing is, this is shaping up in so many ways. Some of it is scary, and some of it sounds exciting. The exciting part is if we get AB at OTAs and in camp and incorporate it into the mix, it'd be a good thing. The scary thing is Pittsburgh has got to, they got to be pissed. This is why I say, man, I get the feel the Steelers would move AB anywhere but near San Francisco. There's got to be some hatred building right now. I mean, seems now, though, Terrell Owens' name has been thrown into the operation, AB to San Francisco. In fact, everybody except for Deion Sanders is, Deion, I wish. Deion, let me ask you something, man. If you're watching, man, I'm going to tell you, what is up with you in Dallas? Dallas ain't got nothing that's going to no Super Bowl anytime soon. I understand what you said about the 49ers, but still, you made that call from the team you saw last year, which had everybody gone. Now, what if everybody comes back? You reassess that. Anyway, AB is liking that Golden Gate Bridge. I can see him now, man, sitting out in the marina somewhere where you can, look out your front window and see the Golden Gate. That high-priced real estate where the boats are down there tied up to the dock. Actually, nobody can move in those houses. Those houses, they've been owned by the same owners for been passed down to generations, family. Anyway, T.O. weighs in on if he believes Brown wants out of Pittsburgh. He says, absolutely, I think it's no secret now, and I think by everyone putting their cards on the table, he wants to move on. You think? I think the management knows that they want to at least try to maybe salvage the situation. But at the same time, they want to get something in return if they do release him or whatever the case may be. They don't want to just let him go and get nothing in return. We already know they're not going to outright release him. I mean, AB is worth a high on the draft pick. The question is how high, right? He goes on to say, I think there's a lot of creative ways to possibly make that happen, and I'm sure it bodes well for both parties. And then everybody will be happy in the long run. For someone with this ability and a guy like Jimmy Garoppolo at the quarterback position, you never know what can happen. You see how they play with and without Jimmy. You think of bringing in an offensive weapon like that to the team. That team can go a long way. It can shake up the NFC West. You're damn right. In fact, the Rams, after they get through losing the Super Bowl, like every other team to lose in the Super Bowl, will not look the same next year. If there's one slight bit of weakness in that Ram team, and if the 49ers maintain health, I guarantee you it's going to be a fight. But the 49ers got to stay healthy. That's a must. And then T.O. ends his conversation in classic T.O. fashion. He says, you throw me in the mix, and somewhere down the road, it could be a recipe for disaster. Jerry Rice is already all the way on board with bringing AB. God, I can't get these names, these initials. You've got Jerry's been campaigning for AB for how long and going hard. T.O. is now getting in the mix. George Kittle is the one who got it started to begin with. That's three potential two of them already in the Hall of Fame. That's three potential Hall of Fame receivers saying bring AB to San Francisco. As Kyle was asked the other day, hey Kyle, what's going on? You gonna bring AB to San Francisco? I'm not allowed to comment on players under contract. Sorry, guys. Kyle could have said, I have no comment. We've not talked anything about AB, where it's just not something that we're probably in a conversation with about right now. Next question, please. They're working on it. You see, because they still think that we think they're fake when they went to going after Khalil Mack. And a lot of people do think they were faking talking about going after Khalil Mack. I don't. Why would you lie about that? Of course they wanted Khalil Mack. How bad do we need a guy to come off the edge? We need it real bad. And these guys are tired of losing. A lot of people aren't aware of the fact. And you'll see them. You'll talk to them. I've seen them all over the place. You and I both know this is urgent. This is no longer a game. The 49ers need to start winning football games. This is 2 years of mediocrity. Granted, when they came in, Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch had a hell of a thing to do. First, they had to clean house, and then they had to restock the shelves. That's not an easy thing to do. It takes time. Honestly, it should take from 40 years or so to even begin to get anywhere near the realm of being able to play winning football. But they did get Jimmy G, which it speeds up the process. All right, they've made a few draft picks that are going to make a big difference. They already had a couple of defenders in camp that were going to do something. You add leadership of Richard Sherman in the back. You add the leadership of Jimmy Garoppolo. And by the way, last year, when Jimmy Garoppolo first came in, he came in a take charge kid. He came right in. Everybody was following him like he was the Messiah. So he's still got that ability to do that. And he's got a lot of knowledge about the game hanging around people like Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. So leadership is not a real big issue, but it'd be nice to bring in more guys with that kind of moxie to help some of the kids. DJ Jones was quoted saying that he has learned how to be a professional just running behind Earl Mitchell. That's a good thing. Now, Earl's going to move on, but still, DJ Jones is probably a different football player than he would have been had Earl Mitchell not been there. So we bring in a couple more guys like that, and I don't know who they're going to be, but Antonio Brown would be huge for that offense. But alas, what's the price? Right? We'll talk about that tonight. And what would you give up? And what are the odds of us landing Antonio Brown? And if we do add Antonio Brown, let's go a little bit further. Last year we were yelling about the record we'd have. It always depends on health. Last year's record would not have been as bad as it was had we not gotten hurt like that. You know? Because you look at Jerick McKinnon, people still think he's a bust, he's a third round. That's bull. Jerick McKinnon has all the things. When you look at the Saints and you look at what they did, they had a one running back, Kamara. That's what you're going to get from Jerick McKinnon. Maybe not the same. Jerick McKinnon may be even as good. I don't know. But I know that's what his role is going to be on that team. And then you got Matty B, who we had I don't know if you did, but I had no idea he was that kind of running back or to that potential. I just didn't see it. I thought he'd be good, but I didn't know that good. You got a potential 1,000-yard runner, and then you got Jerick doing what he does. That's a combination for real stress on any team. You got Jimmy G back there, which is, by the way, yeah, he started off a little slow last year, but isn't it obvious why he started off slow? No, he's not going backwards. He's not digressing. So, and you got Kyle Shanahan running the show. That's the bottom line. Now, with that kind of offensive situation, you're going to score points. Can the defense do what they do? You add Antonio Brown to that mix. Now you've got T. Let's put it. T is Kyle Shanahan. N is Garoppolo. And T and T. The final T would be Antonio Brown. That's crazy. And just like Lynch said, you got your playmakers. You also add your George Kittles, and he mentioned my boy. You add your Marquise Goodwins, and that could be anybody else. Now, Dante Pettis could be that sleeper that causes all this and ties it all up with a ribbon. That's a potent offense right there. I mean, really potent. Woo! Hey, Mike DeCourt. I'm sorry, to go to the top. Civic Sport Injected FP6. What's up? Antonio Kidd, since we're going to be a strong and physical, high-powered team. Go Niners, what's up? What's up, Niner Empire? T-Money Sacktown. We got T.O. now talking about A.B. Man, that's 3 Niners now that talked to A.B. about coming here. And A.B. probably got hold of them, too. Deion Sanders he's still talking? Anyway, Coach says, what's up, fam? Interesting 2 Hall of Famer wide receivers endorsing A.B. to join the 49ers. There is precedent because we have done this type of thing before. And Coach Tim goes on to say, I've heard on good authority that A.B. could be had for 2 second-round picks, one this year and one next year. And let's be honest, nobody's going to give up a first-round pick for Antonio Brown. That's what makes it us in the competition, He is 31. and his best years may be behind him, but he's probably got some still real prime time years left in his place because you consider the fact he's going to mix him up with who you're going to mix him up with. Now he becomes a very vicious weapon. If nothing else, he plays decoy a quarter of the time. So, Slimmy Long, 52 since my birthday today. Turned that sweet old 35. Yeah. Slimmy Long, hold on, let me get back to that. JP7 says, Niners! I felt good. I haven't done that in a couple days. Elroy Reyes, what's good, boy? And David Rendon, hey, Dave. You know, so we do Slimmy's birthday now. Slimmy Long. That's as funny as Biggie Smalls. Slimmy Long. Happy Bobo. Happy birthday to Slimmy Long. Happy birthday, Slimmy Long. Happy Niners birthday to Slimmy. Slimmy throwing up that big 3-5. You. Hey, who wears 35 on the 49ers? Ain't that a defender? It's got to be. Anyway, hey, is that Dre on the phone? What's going on, Dre?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, Dre, give me some volume, man. I can't hear you.
Hold on. Let me take this. Let me take this here.
All right.
What's going on?
Hey, that's a little better. That's way better, actually. Try again. It cut out. Dre? Yo, Dre?
Hello?
Yeah, there he is. Dre,
Yeah,
come on in, man.
All right. Hey, so I've been working out these scenarios all day in my head. So what I would do is, since we have Pierre Garçon under contract for the next 4 years, I think we still owe him about $38 million. So I'll go ahead and trade Pierre Garçon the third for Antonio.
Dre, I don't think Pierre's under contract for that long. I think his whole contract. He's played 2 years. I think he had a 5-year contract.
He had a 5-year contract, $47 million, and he's only been here for 2 years. So he's still got 3 years left on his contract.
3.
Yeah, so I think him and the third will be fair value. Go ahead and sign a free agent that's coming out of the Eagles. That was a beast, Brandon Graham. So it adds some more help on the edge.
Yeah.
I would like to. I seen one of the mock drafts today, and they keep on saying that if that the boy Allen, if he has a monster day at the combine, because I don't think Bosa's going to work out at the combine. So if he has a monster day, at the combine, then they're definitely saying that since he's coming out of that 3-4 scheme, that the Cardinals will be much more likely to draft him, so we can get Bosa, have a veteran like Brandon Graham come to the team, and then, man, I would definitely like to see us, make a run at man. I like that running back that didn't re-sign with the Steelers, man.
LeVeon?
Nah, man, the one that didn't go back to he set out this season. What's his name?
LeVeon. LeVeon Bell.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah.
Man, I would like to see us go after him. You know what I mean? And reunite him with Antonio Brown. Like I said, bring in Brandon Graham. We have that veteran edge rusher. Draft the edge rusher. Send a third and Pierre Garçon to the Steelers, and I think that'll be fair value. So, you can sweeten that pot.
If you're thinking Le'Veon Bell, that makes Matty Breda pretty much moot. So you might.
You don't have to move. You don't have to move Matt. I think that we can keep Matt and get Jared up out of there, because we gave that guy $30 million, and I've looked at his highlights, man. I still don't see where he's worth $30 million. You know what I mean?
Wait, who? Jerick McKinnon.
McKinnon. I just don't see where he's worth $30 million, and especially turn your ACL in the offseason. So
yeah, that ACL is worrisome. The thing is, we haven't seen, because he's the Alvin Kamara of the 49ers next year. He's going to be that guy that comes out of the backfield and killing you all day. in a short passing game, and he's like the West Coast offense ideal. When he gets the ball, he can do things in space. If his knee's not working, though, he's not going to be able to do things in space. They say it's coming along.
And these days, it seems like the ACL and, the MCL, the way that they go in there and they scope it, I mean, these guys
they usually come back. It's mental.
Strong, Yeah. So it's not like back in the day where they used to have to, make that incision and cut you open. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, I mean, if we're not able to go for a big name like LeVeon, I would like to see Jared McKinnon come back strong. But Matt Breida was only about 200 yards away from a 1,000-yard season. If he wasn't injured, I think he was out for about 3 to 4 or 5 games, maybe. I think he was out 4 games?
Yeah, he was sitting out half the time. He would have went way over 1,000 had he not been hurt.
Most definitely.
But see, that's what I'm saying. That's why the Steelers would eat that up. They'd take Matt Breida in a heartbeat because they already got that good running back, but he hurt his knee too. So
they got Mike Conley. They got Conley. Yeah. So. Yeah, man, I'm really happy to see like a marquee player like Antonio Brown when it comes to the Niners, because all of that is going to do is some more guys that are going to be free agent, and free agency is going to be big this summer, bro.
I think so.
That's just going to make some of those other superstars say, hey, well, if Antonio's going there, if Richard went there, you know what I mean, and then we got some good building blocks. We got the best tight end in the game. You know what I'm saying? And then we got some good young receivers. I love Kendrick Bourne, not just because he's from Portland, but I think he's a good young receiver.
and Pettis.
Yeah, man, Pettis is a beast, man. And when you have, and this is the thing, he's only 6 foot. So if you got two smaller but shifty guys who can get open, and then you forget we still have Marquise under contract, bro. And this is what I want everybody. Everybody should go online and read that article where he talked about his hardships. I can't remember. I think he had like a sister or somebody pass away. I mean, he's been through he went through some tough shit this season. So be on the lookout for Marquise to come back and have a good season. So if you say we got Antonio Brown, Marquise Goodwin, Anthony Pettis, and Kendrick Bourne, and then we got 2 fast, shifty receivers who can catch the ball and extend the play and get yak yards with of course Selleck and George Kittle, and then we got a running back like Breida, and then you got Moser coming back. And it wasn't low. It wasn't the good thing about Moser. It wasn't a lower body injury. It wasn't it was an upper body injury. So that means that it was only a forearm. So that means that he's in fairly good shape.
Oh, bro, he'll be back.
My God.
We got to find a way to stop these guys from breaking bones, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Hey, but Dre, we're gonna stop there, though, Dre. We'll be back Sunday. All right. But good stuff.
All right, you're going to be back Sunday. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to check out the Senior Bowl tomorrow, and I'll see you later.
Yeah, we can definitely talk about that Senior Bowl. Boy, that's going to be interesting. It's crazy. And look out for that. Hey, look out for that dude named Debo. I heard he's just, ooh. I can't wait to see this dude. All right. See you Sunday. All right. And J.D. Watsonville High School of the MBL, the Monterey Bay League. What's up? Not an Empire. What's up, fam? And Cindy says, I know. I Cindy. And the THC 408SJ, what's up? Niners and Rockets Rider, what's up? Not an Empire. Coran Rodney, if we get AB, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Jeff Tan says Deion Sanders is a true Dallas Cowboy, which I don't understand. How come he ain't riding? If he's going to suck on the jock, why don't he be with the Atlanta Falcons? You know what I'm saying? Deion, man, if he hates the 49ers that bad. Ronbo, Civic Sport Injection says, give that 49er war call. Niners! I love doing that. Ron Bosley Money says, Robert Rocket, my all-time MVP, Steve Young. Dude, man, he was something else, wasn't he? LaDavid Gunn, Niners for life. Ex-Ovo, AB. And CJ, AB might be a head case, though. You know, pretty much every talent in the NBL, NFL is in NBL. NFL is pretty much a head case. Yeah, just about every one of them. You'll see very few that are normal people. Hey, Jock!
Ronbo, what's up, baby boy?
Jock, man, it's crazy because it's like fishing, man. We're getting the hooks getting all baited up, getting ready to throw it in the water, right? Everybody's getting all excited. AB's running around. Every time AB wakes up now, he gets a tweet. I'm going to San Francisco. I really want to go to San Francisco. Hey, Jerry, what's it like in the Bay? T.O., what's it like in the Bay? And then it's George Kittle. Come on over, man. Hang out. I'll show you around. Steelers ain't amused.
You see what he did? He had a jersey that split one side 49ers and then
you see,
so and then I'm like, God damn, this boy know how to play the game, boy.
Man, I'm worried though that he ain't doing nothing but making him mad in Pittsburgh. I hope they decide. Listen, don't get mad at AB. Look at what we're offering you, man. You could take this. You take this. You got this. You got AB out your hair. Come on now. I'm worried the Steelers going to say, man, you guys can get the hell up out of here, man. And we ain't giving you AB. You know why? Because AB would be great for your team. He would enjoy that so much it would make him crazy. And that's the main reason why we're not giving him to you. I'm worried they're going to take an attitude on us.
Nah, I don't think so. But here's my Christmas wish for this year. We want AB. You know what I'm saying? I want Earl Thomas, and then I want Ndamukong Suh. We got those three guys. We good to go.
Ndamukong
I think we'll be solid.
I wish we could get somebody besides Sue. Sue didn't start playing until a couple of weeks ago. Sue was how old?
Let me tell you, Sue could actually, plug up, the middle. You know that. He's a nasty son of a bitch. You know what I'm saying? So Sue is he's gonna give you. He ain't gonna give you no 100. You know what I'm saying? But
no.
He's gonna give you some good between 80 to 90. You know what I'm saying?
Percent,
of his play. Yeah.
I'd rather, though? I'd rather see a kid going 100 miles an hour in there. Ndamukong is I don't want us to get into that mercenary type stuff. If we get a player signing for a 3-year deal, and I hope he come in to play, you know what I'm saying? Ndamukong Suh, his attitude, his whole being, dirty ball player. I just can't get into Suh.
I don't know because remember right now, I don't know, man. We don't have Earl Thomas no more. I mean,
DJ Jones,
Mitchell.
Yeah, I think DJ Jones do a better job than Earl.
Do you think he'll be ready this year?
He was ready at the end of last year. I see DJ Jones make a tackle last year. It kind of shocked me. He went out into open space and grabbed a dude and slammed him. I never seen Earl do that the entire time he was with us. DJ Jones is tremendously athletic for his big size. Do you know that big dude can slam dunk?
Because let me tell you, man, the dude that we just got the coach from Miami, the one that we just signed right now.
Chris Kasurik.
Sorry. You know what I'm saying? This dude, you know what I'm saying? I know he gonna go ahead and study all them boys, you know what I'm saying? And let me tell you, he gonna have everybody on their spot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's gonna have everybody on their spot. You know?
He did wonders with Detroit. So yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I mean that's I know. Hey, also, Ronbo, if we get Earl Thomas, because you see, our boy Richard, he's trying to recruit him. You know what I'm saying? So Richard need him back there.
I know.
If Earl's back there, you know what I'm saying?
Well.
It's that's the boom right there. That's the legend of the boom right there.
I just wonder how much Earl wants, because I understand that AB's only going to be a $13 million hit against the cap. The 49ers can really afford that, and they still got money they can actually get, Earl. But knowing the 49ers, if they get AB, they will definitely only stop at one more free agent, my guess. And, and the maturity of some of the kids on the team, they'll go ahead and go with that. Because people got to remember that this is that team ain't full of babies no more. Some of these guys are going into their third and fourth year. So, it's not necessary to go get all the vets you can find. You know what I'm saying?
And that's it. That's exactly what I'm saying, because right now Shanahan and Lynch, you know what I'm saying, they don't want to hear the fan, booing their ass no more. You know what I'm saying?
And Jed York,
they don't want to hear that shit. Because they know that's this year coming up, this is it. You know what I'm saying? Because your ass gonna be, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna have to say something. You know what I'm saying? So
but
even the owner might come out there and, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, Jock, even though they got 6 years.
True, but Jock, you got this last year probably don't even count. Jock, you cannot lose. They're making measures not to have. You can't lose half your starters and be expected to do anything. So, and that's why I doubt Jed paid any attention last year. I'm looking at $137 million a quarterback go down. I'm looking at $47 million with a running back going down. I'm looking at, I'm looking at everything. And what was they gonna do? They could have just said, "All right, we quit. We ain't got no team, y'all." But they didn't. And Kyle Shanahan still squeezed out 4 wins.
He did.
With the team we had, so he just needs his horses.
You know what I'm saying? Because we knew everybody know, a true fan of the 49ers, we knew we were in trouble once we started to get all those guys injured. You know what I'm saying? We knew we were in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So,
Jock, let's continue Sunday. I'll be looking for you. We're going to be talking about the Senior Bowl, because I know there's going to be some stuff in there that we are going to draft. All right.
And so all right. So you come on Monday, on Sunday, right?
Yeah. We decided not to do the game, but Sunday it'll be better to talk about it then. All right.
Okay. All right, no doubt, man. Ronbo, have a good night, man.
All right, you too. It's Jock. Right. Yeah. Night of Vegas says I look forward to Fridays. Thanks, Night of Vegas. Shucks. Nathaniel Salazar says, "Oh, yeah." And J.D. Watsonville High School says AB equals the GOAT receiver. And Pedro Casina says, "Hey, Deion, stay in your lane." Deion, man. Jake Spencer, AB2, the Niners. Devil's son, Golden Tate, is a free agent. See, Golden wanted to come to San Francisco when he first heard about Jimmy G arriving. And Debbie Ryan says, "Remember to hit that like." Thank you, Debbie, because I didn't even remember to say it myself. Thank you, Debbie. Mike DeCoy says a lot of people hating on Antonio Brown. I guess he means Brown. Now that he wants to come to the Niners, but he's the right fit for our offense, and he needs a new home. And the Steelers need to move on. I mean, Antonio's not going to do anything but run around there raising hell. So why would you want that? Let him go. Yeah. Harvey Huegas says, "What's up, fam? What's good?" He says, "Hey, I'm thinking I'm on board with AB. Why not?" And in the beginning, I was a little skeptical too, because I was worried about what we have to give up. But now, let's go for it. Big Heck Niners! And Renee Cruz. I got it 2 in a row. Renee, that was for you too, fam. Thanks. Jonathan Rosa says, "Get your boy on the mic." Hey, Jonathan, you on the phone? Hey, come on in, man. Venom X, what up? So, man, can you see the things that Kyle Shanahan, see, every weapon Kyle Shanahan has, he can incorporate in and make them all into a bunch of howitzers. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this is a rod. Let me bring you in like rod fashion. I know! I need a little oil in there today, man. Hey, Rod, what's up, bro?
Man, what's going on, man?
Right, man. And T.O.'s coming
Man.
Jerry's come out.
Man.
AB is, boy, they gonna trade him to Cleveland. I keep thinking of the Steelers. Boy, they got to be mad as hell. He's running around doing what he did, standing on the sideline in the game that they needed him to play in, wearing that fur coat, talking shit on the sideline and laughing.
Hey,
I can't imagine what's going to happen.
Maybe they see it. Maybe they see a future 49er in the ring, the 49er ring of fame.
I know,
amongst the receivers.
Oh God! I just hope they remain. Steelers need to remain businesslike here. Don't get wrapped up in personally in AB making you mad. Make the deal that's going to make your team better, and give us back Vance McDonald.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, it's going to be. I can't imagine what's going to happen, Rod.
I can't either, man. But I really am looking forward to seeing it. I just want to know how far they'll go to get them. That's the biggest question. How far were they willing to get rid of somebody of need? They're not going to just get scrambled eggs for him, but I think the fact that he's in his prime, approaching the end of his prime, is why I would have to think twice before going anything less than a third. Anything less than a second.
Yeah.
I might
and they know better
with that.
Yeah. They know better than ask for first round. And there's not a team in the league going to give him a first round, but somebody might want to give a second.
Yeah, I agree, Ronbo.
Rod, though, let me ask you this real quick, though. If you're the Patriots, if you're the Chiefs, if you're the Chargers, if you're any of those teams that need one more element to get back to the Super Bowl, do you give up your first round pick? Because your first round pick's down in the late 20s. That ain't no big deal.
Hell no.
You see what I'm saying? You wouldn't do it?
Right.
Yeah. Because Belichick is, you know how he is. Belichick makes a fool out of another GM every year to bring in a primetime player for a 1-year contract. I don't know if AB was interested in going to New England, but it's kind of worrisome. But go ahead.
Yeah, I agree, man. Especially the teams that you named by mouth. I don't see any one of those, especially in the draft like this one here. And then you think about it. You remember how everybody has been saying in the beginning that this is a bad draft for quarterback.
It is. You can get a quarterback. You can wait till pick number 7 or 8 and still get Hawkins or whatever his name is. I mean, ain't nobody worried about them quarterbacks. I thought Kyler Murray would draw attention. He's not.
Well, I think it's going to be – you just think about it, man. Baker Mayfield wasn't really a hot commodity going into the draft.
True.
He was – he had a reputation, you know what I'm saying? But as far as just really being a blue chip or, somebody that was considered a high prospect, it wasn't like that. And I think, it get mentioned a lot how a lot of times you end up finding diamonds in the draft and you find them at those crazy spots. I think this could be one of those seasons, man. The defensive side of it, especially because, when the last time you see a draft with this many pass rushers who could possibly go in the first round,
I tell you what, Rod, I've been looking at mocks. The only non-lineman is Greedy Williams. I saw the first 7 picks was all about defensive linemen. I said, wow, everybody's concerned about the defense. You got to turn that stuff off. If you kill the quarterback, you can kill the offense. That's the name of the game right there,
That's it. And I just think that, the point I was about to make earlier is that, the quarterbacks before now had been saying that it's not going to be a very good draft as far as quarterbacks go, but now that Haskins is the class for the draft,
Right.
and now that Kyler Murray is choosing football over baseball. Yeah, it's slowly looking like, it's some possibilities of quarterback going, in those top first round picks. So,
True,
I'm
but
just
how
interested
high?
to see what's going to happen there.
Because, Rod, the 49ers, I don't know if anybody's going to call John Lynch and ask him to trade up to the number 2 spot. Usually, if you want to go up that high in the draft, you got to give up a lot, right? The only reason you'd be doing that is if you need an all-star quarterback. The Jags can sit back at number 7 or 11 and still get either Kyler or Haskins. I see them. Ain't nobody interested. But like you say, maybe the stock goes up as we get closer to the draft. But right now, man, people looking at him like a bag of peanuts.
And what's the other guy? Justin Hebert?
Yeah, what's
the guy out of Oregon?
Yeah. And who's that kid out of Duke? You know what? Maybe after the combine or something promos him to get him up, because right now they don't have a profile that's really drawing any attention.
Yeah, that's true.
Didn't go to.
But I mean, it's like you said, after that combine, things normally change a little bit, right? And I mean, you just think about some of the past drafts, quarterbacks went in odd positions, and people didn't know that the franchise the state was gonna actually go for a quarterback of the future in those particular positions. Like, well, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That Blake Bortles would be one example of that,
That's why Jacksonville definitely may be traded up. They ain't saying nothing because you don't want to run everybody's stock up and have somebody else cut you off. Mm-hmm. So, you're right. Bortles is gone. Rod, we got to step up.
How many times have we thought the Giants? Oh, my bad. The last point I was making. How many times did we think that the Giants within the last two or 3 years was going to be drafting Eli's future replacement?
They tried once. Boy, they couldn't get rid of him fast enough. What was that clown's name? But anyway, Rod, I'm going to tell you
Davis Webb.
Yeah, that's it, Webb. No, not Webb. I'm thinking about somebody else. The guy in Buffalo was a complete disaster until he drafted up last year. Worst quarterback in quarterback history.
Okay. Yeah, that's awful. All right, Ronbo, man, it's good talking to you.
As always, Rod. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to see you Sunday. We're going to talk about that game after it, because I know there's going to be some gems. Everybody going to say, okay, we know who we want. We know who we want. All right, Rod. I'll see you Sunday,
right,
fam.
Man. Send me home, boss. Later on, Empire.
All right. Hey, check out Felix out on the East Coast. Felix.
What's going on, man?
Oh, Felix, man. AB is just turning the fire up on the stove, man. The food is boiling out the pot. The thing is, when people first started talking about AB, I said, this is pure pipe, y'all. Don't puff, puff, pass. Puff, puff, pass. See, now I put the pipe down. I think this may be a possibility. It's getting a little crazy.
Yeah, I think to me it's ideal, because why would the Steelers want to trade him in the AFC? They probably want to get him out of the conference.
Good point. Good point.
Dude, it's a no-brainer. Yeah. AB, get him. Get him. Look, John Lynch already said we need to put more playmakers around Garoppolo. What other playmakers can you think of? Who's already said he wanted to come here to the 49ers? Look, man, screw that number 2 pick. Screw it. Screw it.
Yeah, I can live without that this year. Get rid of the number 2 pick. I don't like giving up 2 number 2 picks, but you can get rid of number 2 can go this year, no problem.
I mean, we can get number 2, and maybe we can trade up in the draft and get back in the late first round or something. But like I said, we have the cap space. We can get a pass rusher. You have DeMarcus Lawrence. You have Jadeveon Clowney. You have Brandon Graham. So, and I think the coach that we have, the guy from the Dolphins or whatever, I think he's gonna make a difference on our line.
You know, Felix, what's going to happen though is if depending upon whether or not they do get Brown in the free agency period, look for the 49ers to definitely go after an edge rusher in the first round, because it may be difficult to sign any of those guys you're talking about as far as edge rushers, unless the Cowboys don't have enough money. If the Rams don't have enough money to pay Fowler, and I don't think they do. You know, there's going to be a couple of guys, but mostly Texas. I don't think anybody's leaving Texas. Brandon Graham may be available. Maybe Kansas
But
City.
I think, and like what somebody said, I think when we get AB, I think that would attract more free agents. And whoever said that dude about Le'Veon Bell, that was the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. We don't need Le'Veon Bell. How much money you think we got? You know what I'm saying? We ain't got that much, because you know he's gonna demand some money or whatever.
Yeah, Le'Veon's running the highest paid. He'll be getting paid more than Gurley, and Gurley's the highest paid running back in the league right now. And Le'Veon say, I can outrun. I can run circles around Gurley, man. Y'all got to pay me more money than that, you know. So
somebody who's pretty much he was set out all season. But I mean, and I hate to say this, man. Okay, if I say this statement, you can hang up the phone if you want to. But why do we pass on Sean McVay? Why do we do that? I mean, he's turned around. He's turned. Because didn't they interview him and they said how impressed they was with it? Did we get to interview Sean McVay? Did we get to do that or not?
Didn't they? I thought.
I think we did interview him. I think we did.
You know, I thought the Rams gobbled him up though right away. I mean, Jed was still shopping around.
I think we did, and I don't know, but it seems like he's turned that program around. Now, granted, the Rams have been lucky because of not having injuries and things like that. That has a lot to do with it. But they went out and they got some free agents. They spent a little bit of money and it paid off. So, and like I said before, you build your team through the draft and through free agency. And I just think that getting Antonio Brown, I think that'll be a big boost for us. Yeah, we ain't got to trade nobody. Garçon gone, Earl Mitchell gone, a whole bunch of other people
Garçon's not gone yet though.
He's going. He's going.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, he going. Yeah, he going, dude. Come on, bro.
I mean, they might be trying to trade him.
Yeah, but I don't see. I think they'll cut him or whatever. But so what I'm saying is, I mean, we have things we can. And hey, and believe it or not, John Lynch is on that phone. He's on that phone.
Oh no,
they're trying to work something. He's on that. I mean, if somebody's already vouched that they want to come here, and he's talking to Rice, he's talking to T.O., he wants to be here, then to me, you just give the Steelers. And I'm not saying give them the number 2 pick. They can have it. Give it to them. You better be glad I ain't in the front office. There was no doubt about it, huh?
You get a first round. Yeah, give up somebody's wife and children and everything else. Huh?
Yeah, wife, children. You have my car. Yeah, whatever. But I think it's just. I think we need a boost because we've been in mire. We've been duplicable for so long. Ever since Harbaugh's gone, we're suffering, and it's time for us. We got to get this thing going, and that's going to be the first. Dude, look, with Tom Sula, and then Chip Kelly. I don't know what the hell, whatever. So Chip Kelly, and then all these other coaches. Okay, so we started with Lynch and Shanahan, but I think by getting Antonio Brown, that really will give us a lot of confidence. And apparently, it's something about our team that he likes. Because he wants to come here too. So, I mean, you got to get him. I feel like you have to get him.
Yeah,
I think that'll really give our team a boost. And we have George Kittle as a Pro Bowler. We have Buckner as a Pro Bowler. So we gotta get that. We have to get him. I feel like we have to get him. I feel like if they don't get him, I feel like.
Go ahead.
I feel like they've dropped the ball. We passed up on too much with Khalil Mack and with other free agents. So
now, wait a minute.
If he says he wants to,
now the thing is,
we didn't pass up on. We tried.
Dealing with the Raiders is not an easy thing. John Lynch didn't know about it. See, so the Raiders wouldn't give up nothing.
Yeah.
So as long as Al Davis, any of the Davis family is there, we're never ever going to get anything out of that organization. So
yeah.
But anyway,
and like I say, I think it's just beneficial that Pittsburgh trade him as far away as possible.
I know, right? You put him in the NFC, it would be ideal for him. So, But hey, Felix, we have to go, man. I'm gonna tell you what. Sunday, let's get back on this and see where this whole saga. Where's it going next? The Antonio Brown. It's a series. It's not a weekly. It's just one show. This is gonna go on.
This is a miniseries. This is a miniseries. This is like the Jackson miniseries. You right?
All right, man.
Okay.
See you Sunday, Felix.
Okay, bye.
All right. And Nana Vegas says Deion is sour because the only number 21 that's getting retired or calibrated in our organization is Gore. He knows he will never be embraced by us. I need to go back and Deion, I think, did not leave. I think they offered him some money that pissed him off. I think Deion said he was disrespected. Mike DeCoit, John Lynch is the type of guy to be quiet about getting players, just like when he got interviewed about the job and wanted to see if you'd get out in the media, and it didn't. That's why he likes 49ers. That's true. Even when Jimmy G came, who knew he was coming, right? We just flashed across the media all over your computer. It says Jimmy Garoppolo traded to the 49ers. For just a second-round pick, that's it? Wow. Not next year, anything else? 96 says, what's up, my Niner family? Harvey Huegas, hit that like. Thanks, fam. Alan Green, what's up? Kevin Hernandez Jimenez says, actually, I'm in my Niner pajama bottom. J.D. Watsonville. This is what up, fam. I'm back. Tito Williams, Ronbo. It's too embarrassing to do my own name though. Joseph El Baby says, Big Hawk, Kyle, and Lynch must have heard the Ronbo Sports Show because they're concentrated on an edge rusher and a wide receiver and a defensive back. Looks like they're on the right track. Those are they've been weaknesses for a long time though. In fact, they inherited this mess. This is why I was going to tell Felix, McVay pretty much walked into a situation. All he had to do was clean up around the edges, sweep the dust up, rearrange some of the things around the house, and sit back and relax. What McVay's job is not comparable to what Kyle's had to go through. Alvaro Cuevas is trade Garnett and Tart and a number 2 this year. And a number 3 next year, and AB to the Niners. Garnett and Tart. Yeah, because, the Steelers like defense. And Garnett, I worry that Garnett might be ready to blossom. I want to see him actually one more year with the 49ers. Because, like I said, I'll never get over the fact that he was so rough on Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald got up fighting because he got abused. Hey, Will!
Ronbo, what's good, man?
Hey, Will, man, I tell you, I don't know where this is going with Antonio, man, but I don't know if it's just getting louder and louder. Is the noise reaching Santa Clara headquarters, or what's going on? It's getting a little crazy here. Every day, as soon as AB gets up, he goes to a computer and starts tweeting.
Well, Ronbo, man, as much as a lot of stuff going on in the world, man, all the, like worldwide sports and everything, you should expect anything. Anything could happen these days.
True.
So,
and does.
We got all the cap money in the world. We can get anybody. It's like right now, we're like in a candy shop, and we just don't know what piece of candy we want because we like all of them. But to me personally, I feel like I'm in that candy shop too because I don't know who I want because we got so many. We keying in on so many good players, man. We don't know what John Lynch, Kyle, Shanahan gonna get. But I tell you what, this is my dream scenario. I think we should give up our next year first round pick and get AB, and then we should get our first round pick this year and get Quentin Williams. Then on top of that, in the second round, I think we should get Montez Sweat. After getting Montez Sweat, I believe we should get Dante Fowler from the Rams. And then I got another guy that
you got to get Fowler first because that's before the draft, and
Well,
that's
yeah,
gonna
Fowler.
have an effect on what you do in the draft anyway. But yeah,
right, get Fowler first because March is free agency, so that March comes before the April, so it comes before the draft and all. But yeah, get Fowler first, and then Quentin Williams, then Montez Sweat, and then I want to get this dude that I fell in love with yesterday. His name is Debo.
I knew you were going to say Debo. Debo's
man.
Debo, well, you know what? He's got health issues though. Debo comes up hurt every year so far at school.
He don't look hurt to me, man.
Not now.
I saw him yesterday.
Debo can play.
I saw him yesterday, Ronbo. Man, I saw him yesterday. It was on a 49er Twitter page. I forgot which one it was, but this man had a DB dead in his face at the 3-yard line. This man juked him, ran to the right, cut back, ran to the left. As soon as he cut to the left, that man was already 5 yards away from the DB. He was already 5 yards away from the DB as soon as he made that jab to the left. It caught the man. I said, huh?
Did you see him running? Did you see him running back punt returns? Debo, he's got that it factor. When he gets the ball in his hands, guy's crazy. He only runs a 4.5, but it looks like a 4.1. That dude be jamming.
But that man can separate. Imagine him and Dante side by side in the red zone.
Oh, him and Dante, and Jimmy G back there, and George Kittle standing by and somewhere,
with AB,
and AB. I think,
man,
you give Kyle Shanahan those kind of options. I guarantee you, people are impressed with McVay. They ain't seen shit. Oh, because now,
man, I'm so sick
with all that scariness, I tell you, Will, with all that scariness in the end zone and running route, all they're gonna do is hand the ball to Matty B. Because everybody's standing back, and Matty B gonna come in there in like 1.5 seconds, and the DC's gonna say, throwing his clipboard at, the hell am I supposed to do? You're supposed to take an ass whooping.
Man, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, that 49er offense gonna get scary. If they make the moves that we expecting them to move, it's gonna be scary, man. And I'm so sick and tired of everybody talking about Sean McVay.
I know.
Man, look, man. These players been on this team. All they did was just let Jeff Fisher go. These guys was already on the team.
That's it.
When Sean McVay took over, he had the pieces. All he did was just add Talib, Peters, and Sue. That's all he did. And Fowler.
Just like you said,
that's all he did.
Them dudes been together for how long? So
man, they've been together for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Kyle
Shanahan, and Gurley. Shanahan inherited a team that was under Trent Flunky.
And he had to throw them all in the garbage first, and then go get some new players. It's a whole different story.
Right. Right. And then on top of that, this asshole, I'm so sick of this asshole, Grant Cohn. This man gonna go on a report on some type of some low budget report show. I don't know. It's lame. He's irrelevant. He don't even really matter in the media world. Talking about the 49ers are one of the worst franchises in the league. them words came out of his mouth. One of the worst franchises.
Grant, he goes off on these weird tangents and says nasty things. I don't understand what's wrong with him sometimes. Go ahead. No, I stopped reading Grant because he says the most negative, nasty, untrue things, and I think he does it to get an argument. You see how people are attacking him on his comment section? They just be attacking him. Grant likes that.
I'm one of them. Every time I read one of his trash, I comment. I call him everything. I call him everything except a child of God. But
I think he likes it. I really do.
And all he do is praise McVay. I mean, I should just go ahead and order him some knee pads and send it to him so he can just meet McVay in the bathroom and give him some fellatio. Man,
On
man.
that note, we got to go, Will. We're out of time. But listen, Sunday, man, we talking about Debo and everybody else, I got a feeling, man. And there's got to be at least one offensive lineman in that's worth a damn. So.
Oh, yeah. We're going to need somebody for that right guard because I don't trust Person. I really don't. So,
no, Person's out. But I am concerned about Joshua Garnett, though. But we'll see. All right, fam. I'll see you Sunday, huh?
All right, man. Talk to you Sunday.
I will. Yeah,
All right.
McVay. He's getting too much credit. I mean, let's. Let me go. It's Jerry's Tams. What's up, Jerry's? Jake Spencer, AB, and Marquise Goodwin. I know. Every time I think about that, and George Kittle running underneath, he's going to take Marquise and AB are going to take every defender. I mean, even if McVay's on the sideline, he's going to run down the field and see if he can help cover. There's going to be openings in that middle that are going to be soft, because if you put a linebacker on George Kittle, he's already shown. You guys going to put a linebacker on me? Go ahead. Larry Sigler says, "What's up?" Thanks, Larry Sigler. I can't even repeat it, man. Thanks. Ron Mosley Money says it's true. Montana just invested money into a weed plant. I know. Doesn't Joe have medicinal herbs to smoke? I think he has a backache or some kind that he uses. Trey from VA, man, Lynch is gonna choke again. Maybe. And Rodney Carnes, what's up, Ronbo? Memphis, hey, Rodney! We ain't seen you in a while. What's up? Jake Spencer, thanks, Jake. And the Minotaur, Joe Montana invested. Everybody's in Joe's new herbal plant. You can smell that herbal essence cooking. When you walk by Joe's house pretty soon, people can walk in. Joe, what's that cooking? Have you got invited? Can anybody else come in? Yeah, I got some Alice Free Tokeless cookies here. I've got that incense burner there. That's probably what you're smelling. Ray Jr. says, "What's up?" Thanks, Ray. Barry Howard, I would say, "What's good?" My 49ers fam. And Niners knock them cold. Pick up Ziggy. D Ford. Whew, man, this is a shopping list here. Pick up Ziggy, D Ford, Earl Thomas in free agency. Trade second overall with the Jags first round and Jalen Ramsey. Look at that lineup. Then grab Montez Sweat or Ferguson. Trade second round draft pick for Antonio Brown. Put that man in the front office. If you could make that happen, see, you know what, though? We wouldn't have no money left, but you wouldn't need any money. You know what? Now I want to see the Rams play. Now I call the Rams. All right, Rams. I think we're a little better ready. We're ready to play now. Come on over, Jack. As a matter of fact, we'll give you guys home field advantage. We're going to come over there. JT! JT, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
JT, I'm sitting there.
I like what you just said right there.
I like that. I like to toy with the Rams because, the Rams got over this year.
Hey,
Last year they got excused in the first round. Here they are this year. They're going to the Super Bowl. JT, if they win the Super Bowl, we got trouble.
Oh,
talking
I
major
can't stress
shit.
it enough. Let me.
Oh,
I hope Tom Brady lights their asses up. On the Super Bowl. I'll just say that. But back on the AB thing here. I need an installment, Ronbo.
Oh, you can get one too. And now it's not too early for a let me holler at you. Go ahead, JT.
Hey, John Lynch, if you follow the Ronbo show, do the Niner Empire a favor.
A solid.
I know you feel the vibes. You know how bad we want it. Bring in AB over. Bring him over. Picture this offense rolling, baby. I could already see it, man. I could already see the fit on the Rams' face, Coach McVay. You know Ronbo, how you see him kind of stressing on the sideline sometimes when things are going bad.
Mm-hmm. Gets that blank look on his face and hollering at his and getting his face as they walk off the field.
No, I'm talking about the look. Like his eyes are just watering, his eyes just turning red, and I just see it in his face. I just freaking love it when he's under a fit like that. Yeah. And I could just picture this offense rolling.
Easy.
So John Lynch, do the Niner Empire a favor here. Bring AB because we can't stress it enough. I want to just dominate the NFC West and do your due diligence to do what you got to do to bring this organization back to where it belongs.
That's the bottom line. Stop fooling around.
That's the bottom line.
JT, we that's what I'm saying. We all got to realize that they come in first, they had to clean house, paint the walls, clean the weeds up out the yard and everything else before they can even make this place even look like a house, right? That's why I feel bad for the 49ers because a lot of fans are not being patient. They're saying, second year in a row. And some people say, if they don't do something by next year, they got to go. Do you realize how far John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan have come since Trent Baalke left that mess? Man, I said they got to have that 4 years minimum.
I'll say this, though. I don't really want to give up the first round pick for AB. I'd like to give up, second round. Or I kind of like what the last caller said about giving up maybe a next year's first round pick,
That would be nice, huh?
That would be nice.
Next year's first round pick won't be as attractive as this year, most likely. Because what if the 49ers start running off and winning a bunch of games? I still think Belichick is a little pissed off last year because he thought we was going to be at the top of the draft. 49ers jumped up and got Jimmy. We won 6 games. Belichick, the draft position fell way down, from where he wanted it. I think they took a second round pick, right? Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's another story because he was under some heat on some other stuff there.
Yeah.
With the Brady situation.
Mm-hmm. So.
But that's all I got to say, Ronbo. I'm just
JT.
gonna kind of cut it short.
All right. We'll be back Sunday.
Oh yeah, and bring in Tyrann Mathieu or Earl Thomas too. Or maybe Bradley Roby. I was reading an article. Maybe we could pick up Bradley Roby from the Denver Broncos. I hear he's getting let go. I'd like to see Richard Sherman pair up with Bradley Roby over there in the backfield. That would be nice.
Man, all these guys, I really, how are these guys getting thrown out? It's just amazing. Why would you get rid of Bradley Roby? That's very strange. We'll see. And Tyrann Mathieu,
we'll have to see.
I can't imagine Houston, who came that close. They got embarrassed by the Colts. These guys that we're talking about, Jadeveon Clowney, Tyrann Mathieu. If I'm the owner, I'm calling. Guys, you want to come over for dinner tonight? I've got this going on. I want to talk about a few things. I'm best of buddies with these guys, man. They're not leaving. Because if they do, the seats are going to empty out.
I don't think they can pay everybody. And they're going to keep their main. They're going to keep their main cornerstone players. They're going to probably just let him go if they can't pay him. And if they can, then we can swoop him.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. If not, we could pick up Earl Thomas, who already knows the system.
Yeah. That's probably the ideal guy. Because I got to tell you, J.J. Watt is probably going to be available by next year. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see.
But how old is J.J. Watt going to be by the time next year rolls around?
Yeah, I know. And how many more injuries is he going to sustain? He didn't get hurt this year, which is interesting. So we'll see. All right, JT. I'll see you Sunday, man. Right. We'll be picking through them dudes in the Senior Bowl. See who's in the SEC. Yes.
Oh, for sure. I can't wait.
All right, fam.
All right, I'll see you Sunday, Ronbo.
All right. Be looking for you, too. All right.
All right, hold on. Let me just say one more thing. Niner Empire, Niner for life.
James loves it when you do that.
All right, man, Ronbo. Check you guys out.
All right, JT. Oh,
right.
Man. And Sam R says, what should get Kelvin Harmon, who has some Michael Thomas in the second round, or maybe Terry McLaurin from Ohio State, runs good routes and 11 TDs and runs a 4.3. How tall is he? 42-inch vert. Can't wait to see this guy in the combine. Downtime with DeMille. From DeMille. I love the name. He said, I know Deion said AB should go to the Niners. Has he opened his dumb mouth again? Deion said AB shouldn't. Oh, I read that wrong. Shouldn't go to the Niners. Deion was on AB's Instagram account. Talking about, yeah, I'm still embracing you for the Dallas. And everybody went after Deion, man. Deion, man. Somebody, Deion, mind your business, man. Anybody, God. Terrell Gill says, oh, we did that one night. Oh, no. Jim says, I've seen Sweat as high as 8 to Detroit. If we traded down to Jacksonville for Ramset, and 7, take Sweat 7, take Jalen from LA Tech in round 2, Louisiana Tech, I'm sorry. And you know what? If Ferguson would drop to the second round, I can't imagine that, though. We would have 2 dogs and Ramsey. Man, y'all, I'm telling you, Ferguson, man, watch it. Let's see what happens in the combine. If he looks like a beast, he ain't going to the second round. That's the only thing. Michael Hang says Rice and Owen approved. I like that. And, Coach T says free agents defensive end Frank Clark and or Trey Flowers. I think Trey Flowers is the one guy. I really do. Free safety Earl Thomas, cornerback Delvin McCourty, I'm sorry. Draft inside linebacker Mac Wilson, defensive end Cleveland Farrell. Wow. Depends I get on the draft. Trade for wide receiver AB. We set for a Super Bowl run of epic proportions. Yeah. Salazar Abel, what's going down? So Salazar. James Brown says, I told you not to root for the Lambs. I changed my attitude. I have them on my future ticket. James, you I don't know who's James talking to, because I've never rooted for the Rams. I'm a little pissed off that they're in the Super Bowl. So James talking about, for those who have been rooting for the Lambs, James means for you to cut it out. He says, I have them on my future ticket. I don't get this though, James. Hey, James. Come on in, James.
Hey, bro, let me say this much. That ain't me that made that comment. Not this James.
I know your last name ain't Brown, but James Brown,
No,
I told
Sean.
you not to root for the Lambs. I changed my attitude. I have them on my future ticket. I'm not sure what he means.
Well, I'll say this much. I ain't going to root for him ever, okay?
You and me both.
And I'm glad that people are digging my ended comment at the end of my little radio time, Niner Empire, Niner for Life. Yes, that's exactly it, okay? And I'm going to say this much. I know a lot of people, they got their high hopes and aspirations that we're going to get Antonio Brown. Man, we should trade for him. Give up a second this year. Give up a second next year. Send him a player or two. I don't know if people kind of follow football news on a daily or every other day basis, but Art Rooney took a whole different stance on his position towards Antonio Brown 2 days ago.
I did see that. I know where you're going.
Yeah, he's actually trying to get Antonio Brown
to
sit down in a meeting with him and Roethlisberger and work it out by any means necessary. Now, this is the president as well as the owner of the Steelers. So that's telling me as much friction as it is between them, he's trying to find a softer side to stay with the receiver. Now, that kind of also makes me believe that maybe if they don't get to where they need to go in the next year or so, they may be looking for a new head coach. But at the end of the day, I don't see them really. 3 weeks ago, they was on, let's get rid of him because he's a cancer in the locker room and he's a real diva and this and that. And I'm believing people that say that he comes along with this diva mentality. And I don't think a coach like Bruce Arians would have put that out there about him. And Bruce was a coach for the Steelers. So he knows about Antonio Brown real well. And at the end of the day, I just really don't see it happening. I look at last year in them 6 games with Jimmy Garoppolo, not spending no time except for practice time with the receivers we had last year. And Garoppolo was able to cruise by teams or get the win. Didn't even really know the playbook, but he found a way to get it done with the receivers he had on the team, and he spreaded the ball around quite well. Now, a lot of those guys that were on the team last year are going into their third year come this year. Me, myself, I'm not, I don't want to upset nobody, but I'm just not on the Antonio Brown train, period. I'm not. Because whatever they've been saying about him in Pittsburgh, I do believe it's true. I do believe for him to come to San Francisco and most of the plays, he may be a decoy on a lot of plays. It's going to create friction between him and other players that are getting the ball, that are scoring touchdowns. They're going on SportsCenter. He's just running down the field with a cornerback, faking like he's going to go across the middle and separating from the cornerback, but ain't getting on ESPN. Ain't nobody coming over to his locker like, yeah, what do you think, AB? Or he sees a reporter coming, he's like, oh, shoot, they coming to talk to me. And they go right over to Kendrick Bourne's locker. Kendrick.
Oh, God.
And
Kendrick,
he's standing there
you had to
like,
give up number 84. Is that something you regret?
I didn't come here for this. You understand? I didn't come here for this at all.
You think so?
For me, I mean, it's just it's amazing. And I will say this. I've heard a few people say, oh, well, we passed over Sean McVay, and look at the Rams right now. Here's a newsflash. They lose next Sunday, which I believe they're going to. You're going to see the rise and the demise of the St. Louis Rams because they don't have the money to pay all them free agents. They're going to be walking. The owner's going to be pissed off like, we got to this game. We're the hottest thing in the NFL and played great football at times. What happened? Where was the breakdown at? Somebody will get fired between the head coach and probably the GM.
And Todd Gurley gets traded. Ooh.
Of course. I wouldn't doubt it because right now, do you really think you can't see some amount of tension between him and Sean McVay? Bringing in an old dude like C.J. Anderson off of somebody else's practice squad, and he's out there running more plays than Todd Gurley. And Todd Gurley on the sideline riding a bike, looking over there at Sean McVay like, okay, well, I'm sure glad I signed that contract and got that big money. Because boy,
and James standing there by himself too. Ain't nobody talking to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's it. And that listen, if it was such a devastating injury with that knee situation some weeks back, then why didn't they just shut him down? But he's coming in games, getting one or two big plays, and then they giving the ball to C.J. Anderson. And Todd Gurley standing over there like he's ready to say, man, boy, I tell you, man, I'm so glad I ain't got a weapon near me right now. If I did, I just don't know, man.
He blamed himself. Yeah. They hit him with a couple of plays, and Todd is shook up. Todd dropped that ball trying too hard.
Thank you. Any other time, that same play. What I don't like about that play with him sneaking out of the backfield, sitting there with a wide open screen, just turn around, square your body up to the quarterback. That's the play. Last year when we played them on a Thursday night in prime time and we lost by them 2 points with Brian Hoyer. That's the play that they were killing Navarro Bowman with.
All day long.
All day and night long. Mm-hmm. And I will say this much. As far as it comes in the draft for this year, I heard a caller say that there's a possibility that the Niners, that the Cardinals, the old Arizona Chickens might want to go after Josh Allen and all this. I'm going to tell you just like this. Don't be surprised. You can take this to the bank. That new head coach, Killingsby, it's kind of odd that of all the coaches that were available, they brought this guy in. Now, Kyler Murray just won the Heisman Trophy. Kyler Murray has got other coaches talking about how great this kid looks, all in the Senior Bowl and the things that he's able to do. Mm-hmm. I got a good feeling the Cardinals are going to turn around, draft Kyler Murray, and trade Josh Allen and somebody like.
I was getting ready to say, listen, James, he goes to Jacksonville and they
Thank
get
you.
back in the first round. See, if they're smart, they do that. They do it in a heartbeat. I'm telling you, look out draft night.
They're not even in a position to take no doggone pass rushes or edge rushes.
They don't need it.
Boy. They don't. They got that boy Golson.
And they got Chandler Jones on the other side.
Chandler Jones on the other side.
Yeah.
Chandler Jones is going to be a free agent, I think, this year as well.
They'll pay him.
Now, how do you pay your premier edge rusher and you bring in another edge rusher that you're going to have to sign for probably a $20 million deal for the next 4 years?
In 4 years.
As a rookie.
But James, we got to stop here. But listen, on Sunday we're going to be picking out who is coming from the SEC, Kyle Shanahan South, to San Francisco because they're taking notes.
I do believe first round we still go after Josh Allen. The second round, if he's still sitting there, Javon Ferguson. Okay,
all right.
They can do what they want to do with the rest of the other 4 picks.
It wouldn't matter. All right, James.
Thank you, Ronbo, for your time. Let me send you on out. Niner Empire, Niner for life. Have a good evening. Thank you for all your time, bro. Thank you for what you do.
Your fans are just going nuts.
I know. No autographs. No autographs, please.
Good night, James. I look for you Sunday.
Good night. See you, man.
All right. And Oski209 says, can we get a Niners for Antonio? And of course you can. And Reese Overstreet, Tyrann Matthew is the FA. Should we? Question mark. He said, I'd rather have it, but Tyrann wouldn't be bad either. Yeah, I tell you. Anthony Baker says, look, man, we got Jimmy Garoppolo the way we did. Anybody expected it. The way we did, nobody expected it. Now it's time to do the AB thing, and nobody's going to expect it either. So what are we going to give up? A second pick? Is he worth it, I guess? Yeah, you got a 2-pick. You figure that with that 2-pick, you're not going to do any better in the draft. Actually, for the 1 pick, you're probably not going to do any better. But you got to keep in mind that he is 31. So how many more years are you going to get out of him? Productive years? 2 to 3. And money though says touchdown Niners. And Coach Tim says Denver wants Locke. And trust me, Elway will trade with us and move up to get him before Jags or anyone else can. Really? John shouldn't trust his own instincts on quarterbacks anymore. Now, actually, he's had a couple of fails so far. Paxton Lynch was a bad move. Case Keenum wasn't a wise move either. Of course, the Vikings were pretty stupid on that, too. Jim Turrellkill says, AB, Vance, and Pittsburgh, 1 for our number 2 pick. Dang. Say AB, Vance, and Pittsburgh's number 1 for our number 2 pick. Well, Jim, that would be the most ideal trade of the century. That would mean that John Lynch had just did a job on the Steelers. The 49ers can't lose on that deal. Woo! Alonzo Westbrooks, he says, I'm so forward. Maybe left out look. I'm looking so forward. Moving on to next season, it should be exciting. Oh, man. Just getting past draft night. I can't wait. Linwood.
What's up, Mr. Ronbo?
Oh, Linwood. I'm telling you, man, there's all kind of things going on. And I knew it was going to be a fun offseason. I just didn't know it was going to get started off before the Super Bowl even started. I thought they'd wait. Linwood, I thought they'd wait at least a week or so after the Super Bowl. We ain't even waiting. We're getting in there 2 weeks for the Super Bowl even gets underway. Hell, this has been going on for about 2 weeks already.
It's even going to get crazier. You know why?
I know.
Because everybody wants the 49ers staff.
Oh, right?
And everybody's optimistic about the 49ers, what they're going to do for this offseason.
Dang.
Because they were like, wow.
Cleaning out the staff.
They did what they did with their third-string quarterbacks and third-string. They were banged up, beat up, and they did all this magic and won 4 games.
And duct tape. That was it.
Yeah. Yep, and duct tape. And then in the process, had a tight end that break the damn record.
With that same third-string quarterback you're talking about, Linwood. That wasn't Jimmy G.
No.
Oh,
That's why. Ooh, speaking of that third-string quarterback, Ronbo, funny you brought him up. There's a good possibility. Denver might want to make some trades with us. Second round
I knew
pick.
somebody was gonna say it, Linwood.
Yes, sir.
Linwood, I can't do it, man. Don't take away my quarterback, man. He's got to be standing by. We could get more for him in 3 years. I want him in case Jimmy ain't ready to roll.
Look at the reality, Ronbo. Look at the reality. They got our damn quarterback coach as their offensive coordinator. Who's he going to trust more than nothing else than Nick Mullens to come in there and run the system that he wants to run?
And Scangarello, they say Scangarello is the reason why he looked like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's going to go in there and run a Kyle Shanahan offense.
Damn.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, because Kyle said he's a good play caller. He's a good play caller before he even came to us. Oh, I'm glad we don't have to play Denver this year.
But that's trade options. No, it's a great thing, Rama, because it gives us draft capital, possibly.
I know, but
and everybody talking about the AB.
I know, but Linwood, then we got CJ as our backup. It's like, who was that president that had a vice president nobody wanted to be, was scared to death? Wow, if the president dies, we're a heartbeat away. Every now and then you get a president, you don't want the vice president there. Jimmy G goes down for a game or something.
Here's the beauty of it.
What?
The beauty of it is we have the quarterback whisperer, and he can draft whatever quarterback he wants.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of good quarterbacks in the first round, second round, third round.
Might be one in the fourth round.
But where do we pluck Nick Mullens at?
I know, right?
Oh, undrafted.
I know. And he's going to get better, too. People don't know, man.
Yeah.
Nick's going to get better.
Yeah.
Way better.
So he's going to be a beast. He's going to be a beast, bro. He's going to be a beast. I mean, he wrote freaking Brett Favre's records in college. I mean, come on.
He's setting pace in the NFL. When his first 3 weeks,
I know.
He was one of the best quarterbacks in the league. People say,
look
at the sample size. Oh, look at this, look at that.
overall.
No, don't look at nothing. Look at his numbers. That's Nick's numbers. You can't take that away from him. He did that. So,
Yeah, he's a badass. I think he ranked 4th overall for the length of time he was in. I think he ranked 4th overall for passing yardage.
Yeah.
And he's a bad quarterback. I mean, his stats weren't that far off Jimmy Garoppolo. But Jimmy Garoppolo has a little more experience and a little more tangibles.
Yeah. You can see the potential.
Yeah,
Nick's ceiling is maybe here, but Jimmy's is up here somewhere.
Jimmy is a superstar.
Yeah,
hands down.
He with Shanahan and his skill set, and after he gets really comfortable in the system, and people keep thinking, he started off a little slow last year. Oh, stop it. When he picks this up, the Jets
when he
get
runs
right back.
sideways to his left, and Jimmy G's throwing sidearm around receivers and stuff, it's hard to find a player caliber like that. So.
And then, but they give Mrs. Mahomes' baby boy all the credit for that. He ain't the first one to throw that shot. But Jimmy G was throwing that shot in 2017. Boom!
Yeah,
There's
and
Trent
they
Taylor.
showed that replay over and over and over. I was like, are you kidding me?
He can make some throws.
Wow.
He can make some throws.
Jimmy
And throw it off the wrong
same
foot.
thing. With the best defense, the number one defense coming at him when he did it, hit Trent Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember playing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was beauty. It was beauty in action.
Calais Campbell hadn't got over it yet. Calais, you know, Calais. I had him right there in my hands too. I don't know how he got that throw off. Calais, for one thing, you're too slow.
And they schemed to death. In the other quarterback, I would have had an interception. That's why Jimmy G is so special.
I tell you, that's why I can't wait for him to get.
So special.
He'll be ready.
Oh, he is. And he will be. I mean, and
I can't wait. He's going to get some new
AB.
toys, too. I don't know if it's going to be AB, but he's going to have some new toys to work with. We're going to see.
I hope it's not AB. I hope it's not AB.
May not be.
And now I'm going to say AB would be fantastic superstar with us. I agree with that.
Yeah.
But the 49ers offense, Kyle Shanahan, the way he schemes things, we have everybody seems to forget a great mastermind and offensive coordinator, head coach, Kyle Shanahan.
It is.
So we get Jimmy back.
And dudes be running around open, free all the time. It doesn't matter what your name is.
Exactly.
But we got to go.
Exactly.
I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to look for you after the game. I mean, Sunday we talk about what happened in the SEC. I notice I call it the SEC game because Kyle is coaching the South. The SEC game.
Oh, I know. And it's a great thing. And my final note is, the hell with AB. I want all defense. Defense.
I ain't got no problem
We
with
get a
that.
defense. Kyle Shanahan, the offense, can take it to the house.
Well,
I mean, I don't care who the wide receiver is. We got Richie James back there. Everybody forgets. Same stats, numbers, and everything, draft pick, that AB put up.
I know. Wouldn't it be something? You don't want to get rid of him. Islandwood. I'll see you Sunday, fam. All right.
Night, fam.
Night. Yeah. Wouldn't it be funny, though, if Richie James was the second coming? I'm telling you, man. There's something about Richie James. Kyle, don't let him go, though. Mr. Pete Town says this dude is quick to turn on Shanahan just because McVay is doing good. Hello? McVay landed in a good situation. He had good players like Donald and Gurley already there. This dude, Felix, man, you got Felix. I was going to tell you, Felix, be careful with that statement. Felix said, hang the phone up on me if you want to. But McVay, why didn't we get McVay? Felix, you're going to see, though. You're going to see which one. Because, honestly, McVay is Kyle Shanahan's student. Yeah. Okie Niner says, let me get Joe Griffin. What up, Agent Ronbo 49? Just checking in. And you already know I'm at work grinding for my family. If you don't hit that like, get the hell off our site. 49ers all day and twice on Sunday. Thank you, Joe. Work hard, fam. Hanging with you. Just don't let the boss catch you. All right. Okie Niner says, what it do, Niners fam? Yeah. And Martin Hurtado, he says, I love that we are coaching the Senior Bowl. Expecting a great draft class. I'm telling you, I love this inside information. 49ers, and be ready during the draft. When you see that Kyle Shanahan pulls something, if you see a name, you say, who's that? Look and see who's on this roster. I'm going to keep a list on who's playing in the Senior Bowl on the South team. So I don't say things like, the hell is that? Because we did that last year. How many times? Tavares Moore. What the hell is that? Ron Abelo says, I feel like we should just stick to McKinnon and Brady. Plus, if Mostert comes back, he could be a running back 3. Seriously, Mostert scares me, man. I had no idea. Okie Niner, I called it on AB for this year and next year's. Yep. And the reason I realized Mostert was a beast, remember that play when the offensive line opened up that hole? Mostert is so quick. I seen Mostert drop step to the left, and all of a sudden the hole creeped up. Mostert saw that the avenue was about that wide. You could see a little bit of daylight. Mostert switched directions and hit that hole so fast. I said, whoa. I knew he was fast, but that camera angle was perfect. You could see everything Mostert could see. And he hit that hole and was gone. Big Mike McClinchy coming downfield. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Mostert running right behind him. That was one of the prettiest things I've ever seen. Trey from VA, one half of the TNT Connection.
Finally. And I do mean
Finally, Brother Ronbo, how are we doing today, sir?
Dre, man, I'm telling you, I'm so much anticipation. I'm just bursting with anticipation and excitement.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I can't. These next few weeks can go by fast. I wish we could just hurry up and get through in February so we can go ahead and get to the process. I want to know what's going to happen next.
You know what? You were you guys, shout out to one half the tag team champions. Shout out to you, Brother Ronbo, the staff behind the scenes. Hit that like, man. If you in here, I need to see a few more, man. Get them thumbs up, man. Get them thumbs up real quick. We need to see them thumbs.
Thanks, Drake.
Now that we're here, and it has been cute and cuddly, it's been nice and quaint. It's time to turn this up, Ronbo. So if you don't mind, I think you know what I need.
It is
maybe somebody listening for the first time.
For another installment of Let Me Holler At You. And get Deion's ass, too. Okay, go ahead.
We've already hollered at that guy. You know what I'm saying? Your butt hurt over 1 year. You played with us for 1 year. We rented you out. Are the kids asleep, Ronbo? Because I want to say something, but I don't want to. Are the kids asleep? Are they asleep?
It's late.
We rented you out like a whore, Deion. We rented you out like a whore for 1 year. Like a filthy, dirty, effective, very effective. You did a good job. You did a real good job. And that's why he's upset. They usually catch feelings, Ronbo. He thought it was more than what it was. And it wasn't.
But Trey, he's over on AB's thread. Well, everybody's saying, AB, Deion's right now. I'm still holding out hope for you for the Dallas Cowboys.
Exactly.
What?
But why are you watching? We talked about that last time. Why I name in your mouth?
Right.
Why?
Leave me alone. Damn.
Anyways, though, let's get back to the real reason for the Let Me Holler At You. Let's get with John Lynch real quick, Ronbo. Let's get to the point. Because I feel like we've got to make a move, Ronbo. Okay, let's just be real. AB is not worth the number 2 pick. It's just not happening. It's not worth the number 2 pick. No. If that's the price, I'm out. I'm good. I'm good. If the price, and this is what you do, Ronbo. This is how you drive the price down. I want to see the Steelers' motivation. Let's wait till after the draft. If you want a first after the draft, so be it.
Whoa, that's clever,
actually. So be it. You see what I mean? Like, so be it. I mean, like the day after the draft. If you want a first, the second day of the draft. If you want next year's first to say, as soon as they open up the draft, if they tell us that we've traded for AB, I'm good.
And
whatever it is.
That strategy could work both because the 49ers fooled everybody like they did last year with the first-round pick, and they pick up Debo. Now
the reason why I say that,
y'all still want to play? Come on now. The reason
why I say that, though, Ronbo, is because then we control the negotiation. Yeah. It's not like you're going to hold us up for a higher price. There's no way. But John Lynch, I need you. Ronbo, this is the most critical time. People talk about Kyle. This is John Lynch's Super Bowl, right? And here's why. We need to build a team that can beat a team that's in the Super Bowl. And that's exciting. You see what I mean? Because now we're going to get 2 cracks at it every year. So, not these other teams, but, the team that we're trying to be better than is better than every team in the NFC, obviously, right now. And so we're going to be getting better. We're going to be building it if John does the right thing. Here's the problem I have. Does John let Adam Peters take over? I see that Martin Mayhew's been promoted because here's the deal. Your first draft was a disaster. If you didn't have George Kittle, you might be fired right now. It was that bad. But you rebounded. You brought in McGlinchey last year. You brought in Fred Warner. We've hit on some undrafted players. I don't want to trade Nick Mullens, Ronbo. Do you?
No. It scares me to death when people say that. I said, Nick's going to get better next year, and he wasn't that bad this year. What if something happens to Jimmy, that means we're done? No.
Yes, and that's the thing. Like, during the offseason program, Jimmy's not going to be ready. We need Nick to run it. CJ's too slow. He's processing information too slow. He's taking too many sacks. We can't even evaluate talent when he's playing quarterback. Let's be real. He throws
He's
it to
such a nice
Kittle, and
kid,
that's
though.
about
I
it.
agree, but
He is. He's a great guy. You know what we do with great guys? We've got a nice seat on the bench for you. All right? It's some street clothes. It's some street clothes. You know, like we're gonna need those pads. Those pads actually are gonna go to somebody else. But what I'm saying is, Ronbo, I feel like this. We better not spend a pick on running back. We better not spend a pick on offense until at least the third round. This defense was that horrendous, and we need some free agents. Would you not agree?
Well, look, I can see Big Show. I could feel the presence of Big Show in our conversation. He's sitting there. Oh no! But I agree, Trey. I fully agree. I'm tired of 49ers giving up 48 points, 37 points. Come on now. We got to stop that.
Nah, what we have to do is we have to figure out a way to not allow as many points as we have. That was our major problem. We're scoring 30 points with our third-string quarterback on teams, left and right. But we can't give up so many points. That's our problem right now, is that we give up a lot of points, Ronbo. And so if we can sign a free agent corner, maybe put in an Earl Thomas and then get a Brandon Graham and somebody like a Rashawn Melvin, you know, somebody like a Bradley Roby, you know, those guys.
Anybody can create turnovers, Trey. You know, a lot of teams win games. Look at this. The Hawks made a living on turnovers. Russell Wilson was not that good until recently. He was okay. He was good. But Richard Sherman and company was mad as hell at him because they was the ones winning the game. They'll come out there and beat the offenses up, take the ball away from them, put Russ on the 5-yard line. You know, that's how you win games.
That's what we need. We need to cause turnovers. You know, and that's why I feel like we need a veteran defensive pass rusher. You know, you give me a Brandon Graham. I'll even take a Ezekiel Ansah if you promise to spend the number 2 pick on a pass rusher. If you promise me that, then I'll take that Ezekiel Ansah because you're saying, all right, somebody I'm familiar with and somebody. But on the offense, Ronbo, here's one player I want us to look out for. L.J. Humphrey, Lil Jordan. Not Big Jordan, Lil Jordan, but he played big. From Texas. It's a guy we could probably get in the second, third round. 6'4", plenty of speed. This guy, I think that when he gets in the right system, no, he's a receiver. He's a wide receiver. He can play. Yeah, he's a receiver, and he's really good on the outside, but he's also good at high pointing the ball. Played at Texas. Check out his number 84 at Texas. He played well. I think this is a guy, like I said, we can get in the second or third round that can be that big receiver that we've been looking for that plays with speed.
Trey, what's his name again?
L.J. Lil. His name is Lil Jordan. Like, literally, his name is Lil Jordan Humphrey. Okay. Check him out. You know what I'm saying? That's it. And that, you know, we're not going. Everybody can do like the top picks, the high picks. You know what I'm saying? The flashy guys. But we're gonna dive deep this offseason, Ronbo. You know how we bring it. You know how we do. We're gonna go into the. We need some offensive linemen. We need a center. We need a guard. We need a guard more than a center, but we can get a center. a guard that plays center, and Michael Jordan from Ohio State.
Yeah, because
I would love for him to be.
Richburg is getting operated on.
He's hurt.
I think he just got operated on yesterday.
He's damaged goods, Ronbo. I think we might have got sold a bill of goods. I'm gonna leave that alone for now because that's on John. That's on John. No, John brought that in.
I know.
John,
that was Kyle's idea, though. Kyle wanted
I know. But
he thinks Richburg could be one of the best in the league.
Man, I'm telling you, I want playmakers, Ronbo. So if you tell me, look, we can get AB, our second round pick is like the back of the first round. If you tell me we can get AB for our second round pick, I'm good. But I'm not giving on number 2. I just don't feel. I feel like that's too.
No. Yeah, and Steelers should know better than ask for that. I mean, they can ask, but they cannot expect it. Maybe they'll find somebody who says okay, but it's not going to be the 49ers.
No, it's not. It's not. We're not even. I know you got to go. We're not going to get into Robert Saleh tonight. I think he's
leave my boy Bobby Saleh out of this.
Leave Bobby alone. I'm going to call him Bobby until they start making plays. All right, Bobby Saleh is not getting it. Bobby, that's right. Bobby Saleh is not getting it done, and I am thoroughly disappointed that we retained him. You know, but I think it was very smart of John Lynch. The best move he's probably made yet so far is to get a guy that has already been a defensive coordinator,
right?
Just in case we need to get rid of Bobby.
He's gonna look a lot better next year, Trey. I'm telling you, you and Trey's gonna get up off my boy soon. All right.
All right. All right, man. I know you.
Hey, Trey.
I appreciate it. Though.
Hey, appreciate you, fam. I can't hardly wait to hear from you, man. The bells, as soon as I hear them, man, it's just too fun. Anyway, I'll see Trey, if you get some time, hope to see you Sunday, okay? So we can look over the SEC.
Yeah, man. Always.
All right,
always. All right.
Have a good night, Trey.
Yes, sir.
There goes Trey. Because I knew he was going to get back. I knew he was going to get around to Bobby soon. I didn't know when. But boy, Bobby Saleh, man, I'm trying to back you up here, man. Don't make me look bad. Now, next year, we got to play some defense now. And Antonio Brown has checked in, and he says he loves the Niners. Hey, Talking Man, what's up? And Jimmy Fowler says, Niners, be careful for what you ask for. I knew somebody's going to drag that cliche out at some point. Jeff Tan says Antonio Brown doesn't like Ben Roethlisberger because Roethlisberger writes out his plays to the media on the regular. See, this is why I got a kick out of what James says. Art Rooney II, Ben Roethlisberger going to call AB in. They're going to sit down and have a conversation. I can see AB walking through the door now. The hell y'all won't? Antonio, we know you're upset. But would you please sit down? Can we talk calmly and civil just for a moment? We have talked calmly for what? 3 years? And then you got, why ain't Mike in here? We knew if he came in, there'd be problems. Are you damn right there would be? All right, I can just see it now. It would not be a conversation that you could air on Hard Knocks. I wish we could see it, though. That's entertainment. Leftic 215 says, trade to the Rams for Rudy. We trade to the Rams. Rudy, surely you jest. Trade for Rudy? Oh, my God. Team Money Sacktown, how popular are you when you're out shopping or something? Oh, I don't know about that. But thanks. KG216. He says, I heard Ronbo on Sirius Radio once. He wouldn't admit it, but he be knocking. But I may be knocking. Ken, you guys are too lovable tonight. J-Run says we add a veteran pass rusher, get lucky in a draft with another pass rusher, add AB, add another corner and safety, beef up the old line, and things will look up. Well, that's a lot of additions, J-Run. They're all good, though. Starscream Venom 23, what's up? Niners! And Jim Thoroughkill says, you don't love Nick that much. If we sent Nick and a second-round pick for Denver's number 1, you will lose your mind and say goodbye, Nick. Thank you for all you did. Jim, as long as I have a guy sitting on a bench that I'm not going to be scared to death that's going to come into the game. Remember the nightmare we had at the beginning? Well, some of us, a lot of people believed in CJ, but a lot of us were scared to death that, oh, God, if Jimmy goes down, oh, my God, CJ comes in. And sure enough, somebody in L.A. was praying for Jimmy to get hurt, and sure, here comes CJ. Oh, Panther loses the ball. And the Cardinals have recovered the fumble on the 6-yard line. Whew. Hey, let me. I'm just kidding. I like CJ. He's got some work to do, though. He'll get it. 007!
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Hey, fam. I just sit back here and scared myself to death. Let me stop doing that. Yeah. People keep trying to trade my second-string quarterback. They got all kind of deals worked out.
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, C.J. Beathard's not too bad. I know some people don't like him, but C.J. Beathard, he's not the worst backup quarterback. So if we got offered a good pick, I wouldn't really mind trading him.
Nathan Peterman Nathan Peterman is the worst. You're right. I take that back. Nathan Peterman takes it. There's nothing worse than that.
Oh, come on. TJ's not that bad. But,
no, you know what?
Yeah,
he's got a great deep pass. CJ just has decisions. He's got to make better, faster calls. He's got to process quicker.
Yeah, he's like I say, he's a young quarterback. His second. This is going to be his third year after this offseason. Going into this offseason will be his third. So, I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo got 4 seasons to sit. So
True.
I'm sure that helps him.
And look who he's sitting behind.
But I think this Antonio Brown thing, man, if we could really make that go through, that would be awesome. Obviously, not the second pick, or not our second overall pick.
Yeah.
But let's just say if the Steelers were like, we want this year's second round pick, and we want your next year's second round pick, which I would assume we would do really well with Antonio Brown, so it would be a very high one in the 20s. That's what I would assume, if not 30s. Mm-hmm. But so I'm thinking that for Antonio Brown would totally be worth it, because we've had so many second round picks that have been busts the last 4 years. I'm like, fuck it, I'd rather have a proven guy than a second round pick.
Wait a minute, 007. Let's look at the second-round picks real quickly. Last year, who would we pick up in the second round? We picked up Akello Witherspoon.
Didn't we a third-round pick?
Oh,
he was a third-round pick.
Who did we pick up?
And he was.
Wait, who did we lost our second-round pick. We lost our second-round pick last year.
I think we traded it in another deal. That's why Jimmy Garoppolo, wasn't it? Jimmy Garoppolo was our second-round pick last year.
No. I'm talking about the first year. I think Reuben Foster would constitute as a second-round pick, because we traded the second-round pick to get back up in the first round with the
but we had to trade
with the Steelers. I mean, not Steelers, but the Hawks.
I guess so, yeah, because we traded a second-round pick that was high and a third-round pick. So, I mean, first round.
Did we give the Hawks 2 picks for Did we give the Hawks 2 picks? We did, huh? We had to.
I think it was just a third. We moved up like 4 or 5 spots.
Yeah, but we did give up the second-round pick. I don't know what else. Yeah. We gave up something to get to the first round with the Hawks.
I just remember Vance McDonald was a second-round pick. LaMichael James was a second-round pick. Jimmy Ward was a second-round pick, I think. I mean, look at all these second-round picks that we got.
No, Jimmy Ward's a first-round pick.
Oh, I'm sorry, a first-round pick. Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? Like, so I've already been through enough drafts, and, John Lynch with this. I have, like PTSD from just drafting, does anyone remember A.J. Jenkins?
Who'll ever forget A.J. Jenkins? I tie him together with Trent Baalke.
Dude, that guy I've never seen. Okay, so you're a first-round pick, and you never even started a game. Like, he never even started a game. Oh my God, he couldn't even beat out the 4th and 3rd string receivers in his rookie camp. And I was like, wow, what a whiff.
That's Trent. And do you know Alshon Jeffrey was available in that draft?
Oh, that's crazy to bring that up. I actually really liked Alshon Jeffrey, because he was he's 6'4", and he looked like he could catch anything in college, which is exactly what he does in the pros.
Mm. And he had a vertical. Yeah. There was somebody else we passed up on, and Trent sat back there saying, at the time, I saw the best value in the draft that I could find. And people are still playing me about AJ. But I'll go back and do that again if I had the choice. Trent, man, that's why. And Trent never tried to get an offensive player. You remember after that year, you've never seen Trent going after offensive players in the first round ever again. It was all about defense, man. Yeah. That's all he ever thought about.
Yeah, because he knew he couldn't do it. He was pretty good. He was good at identifying solid cornerbacks. But besides, and linebackers and corners, we never really had a problem drafting. Yeah, it was basically offensive skill players we had a problem drafting, which sucked.
No perception whatsoever. And you would think he would ask somebody. That's why I would say, you know what, Trent, your scouts, anybody, do you have anybody you can confide in? You don't have to be the man in everything. Talk to others and get some input. No, he wouldn't pick A.J. Jenkins.
Earlier when you guys were talking about the Rams, I was listening to people talking about the Rams, and one thing I like about the Rams, and it sucks that they're in the Super Bowl, I get it, and it sucks. But one thing that I do like about the Rams being in the Super Bowl is that it lights a fire under the head coach and the GM, more so the GM, because now it's like, okay, now we have a second-year coach that's in the Super Bowl. And I know that, our team wasn't as talented, but, John Lynch, he cost us basically 2 first-round picks, in my opinion, in his first draft. So, so he needs to – it's like, all right, other teams are making the Super Bowl. The Seahawks are making the playoffs. It's time for some results.
The Cardinals swept us. No, don't forget that.
Yeah, the Cardinals swept us. So in my mind, it makes the Antonio Brown coming to San Francisco more likely, just because he's like, all right, we know Antonio Brown's a baller, so we're gonna bring him in. And Earl Thomas, you're out there. Richard Sherman's like, all right, come be our safety. All of a sudden we bring in a free agent cornerback that's decent for the second cornerback, and then we hit the draft. I'm the guy who left the comment for the Senior Bowl. I'm Martin Hurtado. So I was like, I'm glad that we're coaching the Senior Bowl, because that means we're going to have an edge on all of our, a lot of picks. Yeah, we're going to have an edge over a lot of teams. So I'm expecting a really good draft class.
And you should get one too.
Mix that in.
7, we're gonna have to stop here though. Let's talk about that Sunday, because this is gonna be an interesting game to see who stands out. Because every year somebody stands out in that game, at least 2 or 3 players. So we'll see who Kyle's writing notes down on. All right.
The guy that I'm looking at right now, as far as going into the game, I hope I can see Montez Sweat. I think that's the defensive end.
Oh, yeah.
I think I was watching him the other day. He looks pretty good, so I'm going to be watching him.
Yeah, there's there's going to be a few guys. But anyway, we'll see. And we'll see. And take notes Sunday and bring it to the meeting Sunday, all right? Or Saturday, should I say.
All right.
And we'll talk about it
You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to look up all the last 3-4 years. I was going to look up No. I'm going to look up all the teams that coached the Senior Bowl, and I'm going to look at their draft classes, and I want to see how good they were.
There you go. That'd be a fun project. I think I'll be joining you on that.
You know what I mean?
All right. All right, 007.
Okay.
See you Sunday.
All right, see you later.
All right, bye. And Gold Bars, thank you. He says, if I don't see it live, I catch it later. Thanks for the content, Ronbo and gang. Thanks, fam. Gold Bars. Oh, man. And Antonio Brown has checked in. He says, my donation to the Niner Empire is a Super Bowl ring. Leroy Phillips Sr. says, President of the Niner Empire, any questions? Thanks, Leroy. Leroy's my campaign manager. Thanks, Leroy. Sir Garcia said, what's up? Just got off Niners. Yes. Kick back, relax, man. Call on in, man. See, we want to hear from you. Pappy Pablo X. As I'm sure CJ would be good offense, good defense, and special teams. And KC is pretty athletic, though. He doesn't look athletic, but when a man can take the beating that CJ does, he's got to be pretty strong. So, Kyle's not going to cut CJ loose, by the way. CJ might be on the practice squad, but he probably won't go anywhere. Jay Harrison says Kyle is a great play designer, but if you have a chance to add a talent like Brown, why would you not want that? No, and nobody's arguing that. The reason why you would be concerned about that is because Kyle's going to have guys open anyway. You don't want to give up the house. That's what I think most people are thinking. And Antonio Brown says, I want to be a Niner. Donna Bell! She's just checking in, and I have to check out as well. Sorry, guys. Donna, thanks for coming in and say hi. We'll see you Sunday. Hey, Blake.
Oh, see.
Hello, Blake. Hello.
What's
Blake.
up, Ronbo?
Yo, Blake. What's going on with you, man?
How you doing, Ronbo?
Oh, man, we're just sitting back here laughing about Antonio Brown going crazy over in Pittsburgh, letting everybody know that he's leaving.
I've been hearing all about AB all day, man. For the
last couple
weeks.
Oh, he ain't done yet.
Oh, man.
We're going to hear about it for weeks.
Believe it or not, I just want to give one time give a shout out to you and all the Niner Empire. I really appreciate what you do for our team. Well, your team man. Too. Just overall keeping hope no matter what. But I just feel like we need a number one receiver, but we really don't. It's like everybody have their dream scenario, who they want, and all this. But Kyle Shanahan and Lynch, they smart. I think they're gonna really get it right. They're gonna fill the voids of what we really need, and that's pass rusher. You know, that Leo, that pass rusher, because that's what we need. And I think we're gonna fulfill that in free agency. Maybe get the guy from Dallas if they don't sign him, or Dante Fowler. But I know I think we're gonna fill that void in free agency, so that way we could go in the draft, you know, not needing desperately a pass rusher, you know, even though the draft is very heavy on pass rushers. But I think that's gonna be a void to get a veteran pass rusher. And my dream, scenario, I think it'd be smart that we trade down and give Jacksonville our pick and get Ramsey, because once we get Ramsey and we got Sherman, we lock up them ends. And you know, we already filled the pass rusher, and I think like with the pick from Jacksonville, maybe we could get the guy Rashawn Gary. Like, I was watching his highlights. Like, he's a beast. Like, he reminded me of Reuben Foster, but taller and just
more range,
more faster.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you've seen his highlights, but I just feel like once we fill that void, we get the pass rusher in free agency, you know, get the cornerback, and then
so
maybe
Blake,
with the
here's
first
the thing,
round
though.
pick.
You know, after the free agency's over, and you see some of the better pass rushers, if they're not signing contracts, they're getting franchise tagged. Now, where does that leave us, though? So I'm rather certain that there's a slight possibility that Belichick doesn't want to pay. So we may get the pass rusher from there. D Ford screwed up in the playoffs. He may have pissed off the Chiefs. He might be available. But the better pass rushers in the league, nobody's going to let a good pass rusher leave. You know, it's like taking a knife and cutting your own throat. So,
but Dallas got to sign him to a multi-million-dollar deal, because they already franchised him last year. So it's either they pay him or let him go. You know, so it's a chance he might hit the market. You know,
it's true, because Dallas is going to have to pay him a fortune if they want to keep him. That's true.
I'm telling you, man. I just think once we get them two cornerbacks, not saying, you know, I hate the Rams, but one thing, they were smart. They got them two cornerstone cornerbacks that make plays every day. Every time they play, I don't like the Rams. But they make plays.
Marcus Peters is not somebody I would want to see the 49ers sign. And Talib's got one more solid year to go. So the Rams, if they don't win a Super Bowl this year, they will have shot themselves in both feet, because they got a lot of money to pay out. They got Ndamukong Suh, who's probably going to take off because, if I can't get paid the same amount of money I got last year, I got to go, y'all. So I say Talib's on his last legs. Marcus Peters gives up big plays every week. He doesn't take a week off. So are they really as good? Are they lucky more than they are good? I'd say it's 80.
I was feeling that too.
Yeah, they get away with
goes
things.
Along with it too.
Yeah, and they got C.J. Anderson. Who knew that C.J. Anderson would come in and do a better job than Gurley? That is great luck. Yeah. And that signing, that's a solid signing. Gurley's actually tradable right now.
Yeah.
Can you
imagine?
Speaking
of running back.
Yeah.
Speaking of running back, I was looking at that guy Josh Jacobs, man. He reminded me of the rookie from the Giants just picked up. Just the way he run the ball. Like, if we was to get him too, some way, somehow, like, I think he'd be a good plus with Jimmy Garoppolo. Josh Jacobs, just the way he run the ball, so mean, so nasty, and that's like the style Kyle Shanahan likes. You know, we got Juice. He run the ball like that. Kittle run the ball like that.
How big is this guy you're talking about?
Josh Jacobs, he's the running back from Alabama. He wasn't a full-time starter, but he came in late in the season.
No, but I mean, is he heavy? I mean, how is he big?
Yeah, he's tall. I think he's probably maybe 6 foot, maybe.
No, I mean, does he go 225 or anything like that?
Yeah. He's real tough. Like, I don't know if you've seen him in the bowl game, how he ran over that safety. His name's Josh Jacobs, man. That boy's a beast, man.
I do remember his name. I'm trying to remember, how big is this guy? Because, see, I don't think anybody's going to beat out Matt Breida. And already Kyle's got a plan how he's going to use Jerick McKinnon. So these guys got to fit a plan.
But we ain't got no power though. Like as far as power back. Them like Jerick McKinnon, he's like a scat back. Matt Breida, they scat back. We need that power. And I'm just saying, you just watch the way he runs. Josh Jacobs, I'm telling you, he's gonna go early in the draft. I got
to tell you, the 49ers might look at, but I got to tell you though, the way Jeff Wilson, I had no idea he was that kind of runner. The way Jeff Wilson slams through that line of scrimmage, and he's been with Kyle already a year. Don't sleep on him. I don't know what they're going to do because you're not going to get rid of Mostert. You're not going to get rid of Brady. You're not going to get rid of McKinnon because, like I say, McKinnon is part of Kyle Shanahan's blueprint. But I don't know about a hardcore running back. We'll see, I guess.
We need to get that pass rusher, man.
That's number one. Yeah.
We need to get that pass rusher. I'm telling you.
Yeah, well, they don't. The 49ers know because they've had enough. Blake, let's see you Sunday, okay?
All right, man. Well, thanks for having me, and thanks for everything.
Appreciate you getting in here, Blake.
Empire. Coming from 305 Miami-Dade County, you know.
Oh, really? That's the same place where H was working. We'll say that my favorite show, CSI Miami. You Dade County.
Yeah, but I'm dying hard. Hey, me and my friend, we go back at it every day. You know, he's a Dolphin fan. You know.
Is that him talking?
He's talking about this getting Le'Veon Bell. I said, man, you gotta wait on it. Yeah, but I appreciate you though, man. I know you got a lot of other callers, but man, once we get that pass rusher, I'm telling you, everybody just gotta have faith. It ain't gonna be like what everybody thinks. Everybody's saying this or saying that. It's gonna be a surprise this year. I'm telling you.
I know. All right, Blake. Give my best to that Dolphin fan, and I'll see you Sunday, okay?
All right, now.
Have a good night, Blake. See, we you notice how when fans of other teams in the background have be yelling at us, but because they know we coming, you know what I'm saying? Eric Sanchez! Everybody hit that like and share. Thanks, Eric. Thanks for that contribution too, Eric. What was that? T Breezy. Boy, Trez ain't right. He says we need to see if we could trade Bobby Saleh for a 5th-round pick to the Chiefs. Andrew Ortega says, hey, Robbie's contract is up, and we need him for a few more years along with Brown, and then pick up Josh Allen or Bosa, and then I'm free agency pick up a cornerback. Yeah. You know what? The 49ers talk about rewarding Robbie for what he's been doing for him for the past 2 years. So look for Robbie. They're gonna make Robbie probably the highest paid kicker in the league because kickers are important. You see all them sorry ass kickers out in the NFL right now? Oh, I couldn't stand it. We got to hold on to Robbie. And Adam Shong says, "Give me a shout out, Adam. Sup?" And Navneil, is that right? Navneil. And Coach says Rams cornerback's good because Rams got a pass rush. See, that's number one. See, it's obvious. The secondary can change their whole technique when you got a rush that can get home, take more chances, and get INTs and PBUs. See, that's what I'm saying. Every year when everybody's talking about going to get this all-star cornerback, he's got to have support from up front. Hey, Steven, come on in, Steve.
Ronbo.
Stevie, man, I'm telling you, man, people it's funny because every year we're going after these all-star premier cornerbacks, and people forget it's like what can you compare it to? You can patch up something, you can wrap things up with duct tape, but if there ain't something completely fixed, it's not gonna work long, you know. So I'm done with cornerbacks. I believe just like when the 49ers was good. Remember when Harbaugh and Vic Fangio had that frontline defense, that doomsday defense that'll kill a man for trying to quarterback? We had some so-so guys in the cornerback position, and they was making all kind of plays. Why? Because they didn't have no work to do. See? So I'm getting back. I'm thinking about that. But go ahead, Steve.
True. But
what's on your mind?
But still, what if we get that all-star corner with a good pass rush? That's even more deadly.
Oh God, yes.
Exactly. That's why That's why I always say, and also before I get into that, why everybody keep slamming on AB? Like this man ain't one of the best receivers in the league. You never y'all gotta understand the attitude problem comes from within that organization. It didn't happen when Le'Veon was there. You didn't hear nothing from his mouth, like nothing crazy like that, saying, Antonio's this, Antonio's that. Why Le'Veon Bell was going on? They said it's been going on for years, but nobody said nothing.
And Tomlinson went on record to being saying things like, the only reason I put up with him is because his on-field situation, because he's a good ball player. Mike, man.
Yeah, but if Ben is causing the problems, if Ben is causing problems in the locker room, you don't think it's going to be friction? That's why it's only before a pipe bursts at a certain time with the pressure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like it just happened. So I understand. I can understand where you're coming. Yeah, he did the team wrong. He should have, you know what I'm saying, at least been at the game or tried. I understand that, but he went about it the wrong way. But he got to make a point. He got to make his stand. He has to let him know, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? But listen, he's 31. I mean, he's about to be 31. He's still in shape. He doesn't have major injuries. We can still get 3 good years out of him, maybe 4 or 5. You may never know. And we're not giving up our second pick overall. That's not happening. So we could get that out the window. We're giving up that second overall pick. I mean, that second round pick. Yeah, I could do that. Second round pick of this year, maybe even the player, because they need safety help. Give Major Cobra. I don't care. I don't care if it's hurt. Give Major Cobra.
Stevie, why you hate on Adrian, man?
I'm not hating on him. I'm not hating on him because he's a good player. That's what I'm saying. He could have potential to be a great player. He just didn't show it this year, but he could have potential to be a great player. Let him be over there in the AFC. And then Kwasi T could still play free safety as a backup to Earl Thomas, who we're going to get in free agency.
True.
So, you know what I'm saying? Because Kwasi Tart got to go against Marcel Harris. That's good competition right there. Because Marcel Harris supposed to be the first-round pick. Yeah, that was supposed to be a first-round pick had he not been hurt.
Yeah, I don't know if Kwasi's going to win that or not. You got a good point there.
Because he played good at the end of the stretch, but a lot of our players always play good at the end of the stretch and then look boo-boo the next year.
But
I really
Stevie,
don't know.
You know what? Marcel was not in shape. He just got a few weeks of practice in.
Exactly.
I can't wait to see what he looks like with a full offseason of training.
Me too.
And coming in OTAs.
Me too. You know,
whoa.
He already has a veteran presence with Al. You know, Al Harris, a good cornerback from the Green Bay Packers. That's I think that's his uncle. Yeah, that's his uncle. So,
okay.
You already had, so you got that type of experience, and like he's an all-pro corner at a time. So, you know, you got that. But, Rumble, we get AB. We give a second-round pick, maybe a third round, a second round of next year. I don't even care because that second-round pick going to be low anyway, or going to be high anyway, or low, high, whatever it is. And then we trade that number 2 overall pick with the Jaguars and give us Jalen Ramsey, and we get the 7th pick overall.
That's
and this can happen.
Though. That's too good. I'd lose my mind if they made
it. It can happen,
deal.
though. That's the thing. Then you got, because Rumble, if we let certain players go and from our roster now, it's going to free, because we got, just by letting Earl Mitchell go, it freed up, I think, $3 to $4 million in cap space, so that bumped us up to 69. Now that's really, so that bumped us up to 69, which is going to end up being 90. Mm-hmm. We can end up with almost $90 million in cap space if we let go guys like, I don't want to let go of Cassius Mark just because he could be like a situational rotation player. Yeah. He's actually good with that. He's not a starting role, but rotational role.
And he ain't getting paid a fortune anyway.
You let go Armstead.
Yeah.
Exactly. You give up Armstead. You give up Malcolm Smith. You give up
getting paid
Pierre
$9 million.
Garçon.
But you know what? It's too bad because they got to pick up Armstead's contract. What if Kentavious Street is a complete beast? You know?
And then trade bait. Now we trade Armstead.
Well, yeah.
Because Armstead actually played good for us this year.
Yeah, he did. He stopped the run really well.
If we get the same play from Kentavious Street, if we get the same play from Kentavious Street, we're fine.
Yeah,
trade
save
him.
money.
That's fine. We save money and you get draft picks or even a good player. Because remember, we need another corner. We have to, because Sherman's not going to be there forever. So I don't know about Akello and I don't know about Tavares Moore because I don't know how that's going to plan out. Yeah, they played kind of good at the end, but I don't trust it. I need proven throughout the whole year because you got Denzel Ward from the Browns making the Pro Bowl as a rookie. You see what I'm saying? We need playmakers. We need playmakers. We need them all, Rumble. And
how many people told us? How many people suggested Denzel for the 49ers last year? And I kept saying he's too short. Damn that. He ain't too short.
Yeah, but say all this 6'2" corners, half the time they don't have good hip flexibility. So sometimes you need the ones that's 5'11". That's still fine. That's almost 6 foot, 5'11". But he's still balling. Chris Harris is not even that tall. He's an All-Pro.
And who are those guys that played for the Saints? Them cornerbacks. They look like bookends.
Marshawn Lattimore and then, but Eli Apple wasn't all that good.
Maybe he's a safety then. So he has a double name. Man, they was all over the
Marcus
Rams.
Williams. Marcus Williams. See, the Saints had a great draft class, Rumbo. 2 years straight. That's why they're doing what they're doing. Remember, they used to be an 8-8 team, like 9-7, 8-8 consistently, and they kept having bad drafts. Two good drafts put them where we supposed to have 2 good drafts. So our turnaround wasn't that. Our team wasn't that bad, Rumbo. It's just we were poorly coached when we were going through those. We had Chip Kelly and that dumbass offense all the time, and and whoever what's that defensive coordinator that was the worst in the whole league. How that defense trash.
Jim O'Neill. I'll never forget him. But Stevie, we're gonna have to stop because I got to take off here in a minute. But Stevie, we're watching your SEC as Kyle is coaching them. We'll talk about them Sunday. All right.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be back in here.
All right, fam. Be looking for you too.
All right.
All right, Stevie.
All right.
Have a good night.
All right,
yeah, we got to get a few more here. I'm going to take off here. Travis Malott says Broncos coach Senior Bowl and drafted. Hey! But everybody knew about Bradley Chubb, though. I'm talking about those players that are not obvious. I want to see. But the Broncos coach Senior Bowl and drafted Bradley Chubb, Cortland Sutton. And here's another guy that everybody knew about. And Royce Freeman. Everybody knew about him. Now, everybody didn't know about Isaac Yiadom. Josie Jewell, Deshaun Hamilton, Troy Fumagalli, Sam Jokenshaw, B.R. David Williams. By the way, some of these guys, were they all on the same squad? The Broncos, I don't even remember. They go to south or the north. That's pretty interesting. They didn't pick up that running back. The Hawks did. See, that's really funny, huh? Okay. Well, it's a big show. It's a big show on tonight. Come on in, show.
My. Tides turned on this show.
Here he comes. You want to give you an installment?
No, that's not really necessary because from the past year and a half to 2 years, I've been hearing, Big Show, you're crazy. Our number one priority is pass rusher right now. Our number one priority is defense right now. Ronbo, who are we talking about right now?
We're talking about Antonio Brown a lot. But you asked me that to say what?
Everyone on this show has been saying that our number one need is pass rush, and that's the number one need they need to address in free agency. And look who we're talking about right now. We're talking about Antonio Brown. Why is that, Ronbo?
Why?
Because this league, I told you a while ago, is trending towards offense. This league is a high-scoring league now. You need weapons on the outside perimeter of your quarterback, whoever that may be, to get to the Super Bowl, to outbeat your opponent. Yes, we need to stop the other team from scoring. Yes, we need to get to the quarterback. But the probability of getting to a quarterback who throws the ball in less than 3 seconds is lower than the probability of the offense scoring and outbeating and outscoring your opponent.
How many guys can get rid of the ball that fast?
There's Tom Brady. There's Aaron Rodgers. There's
Jimmy.
Russell Wilson. There's Garoppolo.
Russell Wilson does not get rid of the ball. He leads the league in sacks. Well, not this year. I think somebody beat him out.
He's a scrambler, and he does get the ball out quick. So, what I'm saying is, yes, we need a pass rush. Yes, we desperately need a turnover machine on defense and our secondary. We have no interceptions this season.
You don't feel that an urgency, though?
No, that's really a big urgency. Like, we really need to create turnovers on our defense, and we really need to get interceptions and to put our offense back out on the field. So look for that to be
So,
the next
I just want to say one
thing
more
they
thing,
go
though.
after.
I just
in
want to
free
say this, though.
agency.
You know, the first 6 out of 7 picks are not offensive players.
Well, I'm aware of that, but they're defensive linemen, and but I've been hearing tonight that our first 3 picks need to be defense, and I've also seen a quote from John Lynch saying we need to add playmakers around Jimmy Garoppolo. So I don't see that our first 3 picks are going to be. I don't see that our first 3 picks are going to be strictly all defense. I do see our first round pick being defense, but I don't see the second to third rounds or whatever being all defense as well, because you need to. There are tight ends. Ronbo, have you seen the tight ends that are coming out of Iowa this coming draft?
No, but if he's from Iowa, I automatically
Hawkinson.
want to know. I mean, I got to go check him out.
Yeah, you need to look up T.J. Hawkinson. That dude, he's one of the best pass blocking tight end, or he's one of the best blocking tight ends in this draft, and he's also a really good.
Is he athletic? You know, because
he's very athletic. He's like 6'5", 6'6", or something like that, and you'll fall in love with him right when you see his film, Ronbo. He is George Kittle-esque, and that's George Kittle's former teammate right there. And so I would love to have him paired with George Kittle and complement George Kittle, and because our Garrett Selleck is a total bum.
What?
We need to upgrade him, Ronbo. He's had more drops this year than I can keep counting.
Sure.
It's time to move on from him.
Sure, he had a broken thumb.
Well, there's your obvious answer on this as to why he needs to upgrade from him. I mean,
I'm just saying he didn't.
We haven't seen.
Kyle stopped throwing the ball to him though. Selleck didn't have that many drops last year. And he got targeted some really high pressure situations. So I don't mind you making your point, but I mean, if you say things like that, I'm going to say you got to be fair about it. I mean, Selleck wasn't a drop machine. He had several touchdowns for us.
That was over a year ago when nobody was really familiar with Kyle Shanahan's system, and once they got familiar with it, the
thing is, I agree
Selleck
with
fell off the earth.
But I would like to have Vance back. But here's the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because Vance is big and strong and runs like fast as can be. Here's the thing. Selleck, his weapon is this. Everybody, like you say, Selleck's not anybody that scares anybody. When the rest of the guys are out there running routes, Selleck is the poison they pick. And that's how he ends up doing the things he does. I kind of like him not drawing any attention. We throw the ball right to him, and he either gets a long gain or a touchdown. That's why he led the team, I think, last year in touchdowns. So having a guy like that can be convenient.
I'm going to end this call by saying this tonight, Ronbo. I will take my Antonio Brown jersey in scarlet red, and I wear a size large. That said, I am calm.
You're going to do what? You're going to sell your Antonio Brown jersey?
No. I said I will take my Antonio Brown jersey in scarlet red, and I wear a size large.
Hey,
and with that
wait a minute. We didn't make any deal about no Antonio Brown jersey show. And listen, I will hold. If I did, I'm holding that hostage until I get my Kendrick Bourne jersey.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see about that. All right, Ronbo. Y'all have a good night. Shout out to the Nighthawk Fan Club. Shout out to the 49er Empire. Shout out to everyone in the Niner Empire. All right, y'all have a good night.
You too, Joe. See you Sunday if you get some time. Because we're going
sure.
right up in your expertise, man.
Are you
the SEC game.
The Senior Bowl at all?
No, we're not going to do the Senior Bowl
at all, or no?
Yeah, because I don't know enough of the players. Well, it'll be more fun. If you were sitting here with me doing it, you'd be able to identify everybody on the field. I'm not going to be able to.
Well, look out for somebody. You guys keep forgetting who's coaching the other side. It's the Raiders.
I know, that's why
they do
I was
have an
thinking
advantage
about
as
it.
well.
Yeah.
And also keep an eye out for Antoine Weasley out of Texas Tech and Riley Ridley out of Georgia.
All right. I know.
Those are two really good players you need to keep an eye out. So, all right, y'all have a good night.
You too, Joe. All right. And let's go see what Gus is talking about. Hey, Gus. Oh, wait, let me give a shout. Eric Sanchez. Thanks, Eric. Go ahead.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Gus, the going back and forth as to what is Antonio Brown worth? Is he coming to the 49ers? Or should we stop worrying about Antonio and think about defense? The conversations keep switching back and forth. Where are you at right now?
I actually like what one of the callers was saying, that we should wait on Antonio until after the draft. If they still want to trade him, then we happily trade next year's pick, because next year's pick should be low, since we should be fighting for a playoff spot. So I agree with that caller.
That was Trey.
But as far as what we need to do in the free agency and draft, man, we need to focus on defense, because Saleh might be smart, but he's still getting his feet under him. He's not a seasoned coordinator. He needs dogs. He needs like turnover machines. He needs people that are gonna just make people think twice about going over the middle. He needs the people that are gonna be like pick machines, taking the ball away, whatever the case. Edge rusher, ball hawking, free safety, another linebacker to play next to Fred Warner. He needs dogs, because Kyle, he can work with anything. He can make magic happen on. He knows what he's doing on off. He doesn't need. He doesn't actually need Antonio Brown. So if we get Antonio, it's okay. But we don't need Antonio. Is what I'm trying to say. That's all.
Well, no, I agree. If he's got anybody out there, I mean, Kyle's the only guy I know that can take a bunch of girls and make them into offensive weapons. Kyle's good, man. He is really. I don't know what he does. Those guys, if they follow directions, man, they get it done.
And he has a running back whisperer for running back coach. Shoot, man, like we can get people as free agents. Yeah. Bobby Turner. Yeah, man, true. Like we'll be all right on offense, man. So that's what people don't understand. Like, we don't necessarily need Antonio. It'll be cool if we get him.
Yeah.
Cool after the draft if they're still not, seeing eye to eye with Antonio, the Steelers, and we'll happily trade for him after this year's draft, because we picking too damn high. Even in the second round, it's not everybody's quick to give up the second overall pick in the second round, man. That's a 34th overall pick. That's a first round pick, man.
It worries me. I just hope it's not a mistake. If they do it, I just hope they have a contingent plan to seal that void, because I'm feeling you on that. I really. And what if Montez Sweat or somebody else that everybody thinks is going to go in the first round? They're sitting right there at that 34th pick. And every one of us, you know what I'm saying? Every one of us, Gus, will be sitting and saying, oh, shit! Ronbo. Oh, my God! Oh, no! I guarantee you we're going to do it. If that happens.
Let me ask you a question in my honest answer. Did you expect Harold Landry to be there last year in the draft?
In the second round? No.
Of the second round?
I did not.
In the beginning of the second round?
I was shocked.
Okay, so there's no way in hell that I'm that quick to give up our second overall pick in the second round as well. That thing is gold, man. We don't plan on picking there ever again. It's like, come on, man.
There you go. We're high up there. I mean, that's why I was saying the other day, you got to be careful when you have the ranking we do in this draft. Don't do anything boneheaded or knee-jerk reaction to anything. Think it out. Go through scenarios. Run it through computer system software. Just do everything you can. Do not blow this. We're not coming back here to number 2 every year. So you're right.
The only way I trade for Antonio using picks from this year's draft is if it starts with our second overall pick in the third round, and then saying, okay, we'll give you next year's second round pick as well. All right, we can do that, because they're still getting a what? Like 70 something overall pick this year, and they're getting next year's second round, so that works. But because you got to remember, obviously Antonio Brown is worth a first round pick, late first round pick. Actually, even though he's 30, but he's having problems with the Steelers, so it's not like they're trading him even though he's not having problems. They're having problems keeping him. He's not happy there. So
and he's
why they're going to give up the farm.
And Gus, you're right. He's going to make it worse. He really wants out of there, because what he's doing now, he's not talking about I need more money or anything. He's talking about, oh, y'all got Juju Smith-Schuster, right? You don't need me no more. And there's Ben over there talking shit. Y'all didn't hear what he said. I did. It disrespected me. And he told me this. He wasn't going to throw me the ball for nothing. He said, why should I throw him the ball? He did actually say that. I'm not making that up. He said, why should I throw him the ball? I read that in a quote. Okay. Is anybody talking to Ben about his behavior on the field? if there's supposed to be one adult on the field, it's supposed to be the quarterback. If he's out there going back and forth with Antonio and making him act crazy, we may be getting the wrong idea, blaming Antonio for this whole thing. See, so I'm saying,
look,
yeah.
I'm not.
Go ahead.
I'm not worried. I'm not necessarily worried about Antonio Brown fitting on our team, because I remember right away when George Kittle said what's up to Antonio Brown. Jimmy G liked the post, so Jimmy G's not against it, you know. So
yeah,
so I'm not even worried about that.
Like that.
My thing is how some people are quick to say.
He's
I
a
think
troublemaker.
It was the other day. The other day, even somebody said, "Let's give up the first round pick. Who cares?" They're crazy. They're just
No, but I don't think anybody. Well, there's a few, but not many. But Gus, we gotta go. I'm gonna see you Sunday, man, after the Senior Bowl game to see what happened there. Okay.
All right, man. Ronbo, thanks for everything you do, man. Go Niners.
Thanks, Gus. Appreciate you getting in here too. I look forward to hearing from you Sunday if you get some time. All right.
All right, for sure, man.
Yeah. And Rashad Johnson, Rashad, the boss George, Eddie Bay. What's up with you, fam? Oh, man. We still got some more time. I thought we were chatting. It's Roberto.
Ronbo.
Oh.
What's up, bro? What up,
Roberto, man. Just sit back here. And, Roberto, I know you ain't giving up no first-round pick for Antonio Brown.
I ain't giving that pick away. Oh, no.
Hey, Roberto, your sound. Where's your phones?
Well.
Wait. You're getting clearer now.
Okay, can you hear me?
That's a little better now. Yeah, there you are.
Okay, it's because you stupid phones. You know.
Roberto, you didn't buy them in L.A., did you? Near Rams Stadium.
Yeah. You know the phones, act up, like the phones act up, like weird whenever they want. Stupid, volume or micro.
I know. And when you want it to work, if you didn't want it to work, it would work. But Roberto,
Hey, Ronbo.
Yo.
Shout out to Ronbo. Best in the business, baby.
Well, Roberto, it's gonna be a crazy offseason, man. It's getting crazy already. We didn't even play the Super Bowl yet, and all of a sudden, we got all kind of things going on.
Yeah.
And with mainly Antonio Brown, Terrell Owens came out today and said, "Bring him on the team. Put the little fella on the team." So it's getting crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw that video. That he talked to that guy, Calvin Riley.
Yeah.
That he showed him, hey, this is what you gotta do, and this is what the way that you gotta do it. And so that he gave him that speech about, hey, if you wanna be a good player, you gotta he gave him that motivation that he told him, hey, this is how you do it, and just keep your mind focused. And if you wanna let people know that how you play your game, and told him, he just talked to him about the rope. About the ropes, how gotta do it,
Yeah, AB's a good football player. He's been a good football player for a long time. Somebody just said it. You got to be careful judging AB over what's going on right now because we don't know the whole story. We know him and what's going on with him, but it just looks like AB is the bad guy here. He may not be. So.
Yeah. Well, we don't know. It's just, AB just posting about that picture when Jerry Rice.
Yeah. Did you like that?
Yeah. Jerry Rice He just put that picture with Jerry Rice, and man, all these rumors right now. It looks like he might come to us. We don't know, but man, in March, man, it's gonna go down like for real. You never know.
It's going to get crazy. And at the end, when the smoke settles, will it be? We got that size medium uniform, 49ers, and with the number 84, as of course, Kendrick Bourne will say, sure, he can have my shirt, man. Come on, man. You know I'm going to give it to him.
Yeah.
So.
And you know what? If it happens, you know what, Ronbo?
What?
Jimmy G to AB, Super Bowl, baby, for sure. Jimmy G plus AB, Super Bowl, baby. I'm telling you.
I already see the play, Roberto.
Yeah.
And there's George Kittle running across the flat. Jimmy G pump fakes at him. No, he's got Antonio Brown wide open on the right side of the field. Touchdown, Niners!
Hey, Rumble. I'm gonna tell you how it's gonna go down. It's gonna be like, oh, Jimmy G. Oh, that pass, that straight up pass is going to AB. Touchdown, Niners!
Right.
Super Bowl champions.
There it is. Roberto, we're going to go. And Roberto, you know what? Because I got to get out in a few minutes. But listen, I'm going to look for you Sunday because after the game, we're going to talk about who is going to come to the 49ers from the Reese's Senior Bowl. All right?
Oh, yeah. Hey, Ronbo.
Yo, go ahead.
Hey, man, I appreciate what you do
Thanks.
every week. And man, just don't quit. Don't quit.
I got to wait till we get to the Super Bowl, Roberto.
And you know what, Ronbo?
Yo.
Everybody that can love you, man. Man,
Thanks.
I love you to right here, man.
Thanks, Ray. You know I got the same feeling for you, man.
You know what, Ronbo? You are the GOAT, man.
Roberto, too much, man.
Oh, Ronbo, the GOAT.
All right, Roberto. I really got to go, fam. I'll see you Sunday. We get one more time, okay?
All right, man.
All right, fam.
Do your thing, man.
All right. All right, thanks, Roberto. Have a good night.
Peace out, Ronbo.
All right, fam. And we're going to Nighthawk. We have to wrap it up here. All right. Hey, Nighthawk.
What's up, Rambo? The man with the plane.
Wait, see, because Nighthawk, now Jerry Rice, we're talking about all our Hall of Famers. Jerry Rice, you got Terrell Owens saying, let him come on into San Francisco. And George Kittle. George Kittle's probably going to Hall of Fame, too, at some point. So that's 3 potential Hall of Famers. I'll say 2 Hall of Famers and a potential Hall of Famer. Said, bring AB in. And then, Nighthawk, nobody wants to give up a first-round pick, though. But we do need defense.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, I'm tired of not getting no touchdowns.
We get touchdowns, Nighthawk. We don't get enough, maybe.
Yeah, we don't get enough. We always end up going to a field goal.
And now, but the thing we do better than anybody else in the league almost is we get plenty of points. We got to stop giving up all them points. Rams had no business scoring 48 points.
I mean, but I think this should get 8. But see, nobody doesn't know what happened in Pittsburgh because maybe he's not happy there because nobody don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's too cold. That's why he buys all them big coats.
And maybe everybody's trying to make him look bad.
Yeah. And you notice, if you ever see him online, his fans, the Pittsburgh Steelers fans, are starting to get involved now, too. They be saying all kind of comical stuff. So, you know, he's getting it. It ain't bothering him, though. He's still trying to get out. So.
Yeah, but it'd be nice to get him. But like I said, I mean, I do want a pass rush, but we need one good receiver.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Because if you get AB, and Jimmy's gonna be I'm telling you, Jamie's going to be kicking ass.
I'm telling you, he's gonna be burning. He ain't gonna be burning on the ethanol either, boys. He's gonna have high octane gasoline, baby. I mean,
I'm telling you, man. We need one good offense player, and then I don't mind defense, but it's cool. It's good to have a defense too. But I want one good receiver.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna be looking, Nighthawk. They're gonna be looking. They need one more because Garçon. I got a feeling Garçon's not gonna be the guy next year. The first year with us, he got hurt. Last year, he got hurt again. So I don't know what they're going to do with Garçon.
Yeah,
you can't trade him.
And it's good that Shanahan and the staff is going to coach the Carter's kids.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm talking about, Nighthawk. Tomorrow, they're going to have that SEC game. Oh,
I mean, but look, and it's good. They can see all kinds of players when they draft somebody.
Yep. And they already got to talk to him, and they know him. Exactly.
They got the upper hand.
Yep, they definitely do. Him and John Gruden. In fact, I heard they was going to trade teams for a little bit so they could get a good look at everybody. So yeah, they're helping each other out there.
Yeah. I mean, well, that's why I have to share right now because I know you have to go.
All right, Night. Appreciate it, fam. Tell you what, I'm gonna look for you Sunday, okay?
Okay. Hit that light.
Yeah. And it's for the Nighthawk.
Peace out. I'm out.
Nighthawk. Love you, fam. See you Sunday. Well. Hey. T Breezy. Thanks, fam. Look at you, man. T Breezy, he talks about my boy Bobby Sala. And then he goes ahead and makes a contribution. Me and Bobby, we've got the Bobby. Warner DeLue says, hey, how about trading Armstead and our second-round pick for Antonio Brown? And that way we could still get Boss or Josh Allen. Can you imagine? See, we sent Vance Selleck over there. Vance turned into one of the most dynamic tight ends in that division. I'll never get Vance running down the field and beating people up all the way down the field. They tell him new toughness in Pittsburgh. Chris Wall says, I wouldn't trade you away for all the first-round picks. You're the most important unofficial piece of franchise. And get us through the off-season enjoyably. Thanks, Chris. My God, that's flattering. I really appreciate that. Let's get ready for some more fun on Sunday, too. I'll look for you. Fam, please, hit that like. I love me some likes. I can't wait till the game. So I'm going to go ahead and watch it because it says, I didn't have Big Show sitting next to me, and I'm not up to speed on the college guys as anybody else. So we'll go ahead and I'll see you Sunday. We're going to take notes and talk about who is Kyle Shanahan looking at and what is he thinking? Is he going to be quiet about everything he's going to do, or who's he picking? Is he going to get Debo? Boy, every time I say that name Debo, the first thing I think about is, did you see the movie Fridays? Yo, Debo, man, I don't want to trip, man, but Pops told me to come and get my bicycle. What bicycle? That's my bicycle. Hey, see ya Sunday. I know!